Blast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your politely polished and properly praiseworthy DM Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more of a thrill than trimming my nostril hairs with an orbital sander to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove and my Humblewood world for more of Midnight and Madness. Above me, I have me hearty crew, the pivotal Rachel Fukar, the poignant Jack O'Brien, the poised Dan Swelto, and the passionate Ro. So, let's talk about these splendid individuals, shall we? Ro, who the absolute heck are you?
Hi, I'm Ro, and I'm an educator and theatre maker from Perth, Western Australia. You can find me at Cradventurers on Instagram to see photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears and photos of my travel adventures and upcoming projects. Right now, you can catch me here on Mondays, and that's pretty much it at the moment, but news to come.
Thank you very much. Ooh. Dan, who the heck are you?
Hello. I am Dan in the meat space, deep into cyberspace. You can find me here, vibing and lurking somewhere in the internet, because that's just who we are. I have lots of poise, and I am unstoppable. Play some Elden Ring. Good game.
Excellent. Jack, who the heck are you?
Well, I guess I should tell a poignant story or something. Once, the best birthday I can remember, I was 9, and a blues man with a big beard was playing songs, and I asked him to play a specific song, and he did, and he said, "Happy birthday." It was like, ah! So there you go. Aww. There's a poignant story. So yeah, he's me. When
I thought you said a blue man, and I really wanted to know where you were going.
A blue man? No, a blues man.
Yeah,
like slide with this slide guitar thing and everything, like boing, wang. It was cool. Look, other than that, my name is Jack O'Brien. I'm a professional dungeon master, game master of whatever system you would like. You can find me on www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au, or you can find me on Twitch and socials at Jack Squarepeg. And said Twitch stream actually got sponsored, which was really cool. So we did a little thing. It's still going. For Star Trek Fleet Command, which is a mobile game. Don't really know how much I should plug it here. Feels a little bit like weird, but if you want to go and check that out, on the thing there is a link. If you want to support me and what I do, feel free to hop over there. There's a face with Captain Sisko's face on it from Deep Space Nine, because there's a new Deep Space Nine expansion. It's pretty great. There is footage of me playing it, and it's completely free, as witnessed by me at the time. You don't have to spend a dime, and it's quite fun. So if you feel like sending some pennies my way, you can go and do that. That would be really cool of you. Yeah, that's me.
Thank you very much. And Rach, who the heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fukar, because that handle's always free. And you can find my pivotal sci-fi novel, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. And I would say I'd say it's definitely influenced by Star Trek. Definitely. Deep Space Nine specifically. I'm a Deep Space Nine bitch. I love that stuff. Good. So, yeah.
There you go, making it work.
It's actually circular and everything.
Yeah. That's what the rings are.
Oh, because Mars doesn't have rings.
I know.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know that, but now I'm intrigued.
Fuck.
Do you not know that Mars didn't have rings?
No, I mean, I assumed they were just stuff I couldn't see. You know, like its moons or something was rings or something.
No, it has two moons. Two moons, but no rings.
Has rings, but you're right. Nobody ever points that out.
Who gives a shit about Neptune's rings? Yeah. Poor old Neptune.
Well, isn't Neptune Neptune's one of those, right? That like the rings are there, but it's like really hard to see, or am I making that up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
right,
that's where I was.
Yeah,
thinking.
I mean, strong words, strong statement from Tony.
Only the large boys.
Brave
It
but
has rings
correct,
now, I
Tony.
guess, but we
Yeah,
did that.
bold. Bold to
I don't
say.
know, I don't know.
I
There's
don't
a big one
know.
in there. that
I definitely wouldn't put the original series that low, but I mean that's a choice.
Well, I think he's just saying that DS9 is better than
He's
all
better
of them.
than the rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trick is, I would
reckon
disagree. There's Picard
Yeah.
and Voyager in there as well. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
nah,
Voyager.
nah.
Voyager is.
Voyager is strong best for me. DS9
I think
would be a
it's like
second.
Doctor Who. It's like Doctor Who. It's
Yeah.
like whatever your era was that you started with is probably what's going to be your favorite.
Well,
because
So for
I
me, it's
started
TNG.
with
I started
Next
DS9.
Generation.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, actually, DS9 is probably more my age, like in terms of age. DS9 would have been mine, but I started at the beginning.
Yeah.
Me too, actually. Yeah.
Whereas I have watched all of Voyager like 3 times.
Yeah,
Like,
Voyager
just-
is.
Yeah,
a
if I
great
start a long video game, I have it on another screen. And Madame et Monsieur, Dame und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate, and you can find me here on my channel, running D&D and playing video games sometimes. In fact, this Thursday, the Mother of Bunnies will probably be playing some Dream Daddy dating simulator, and I will be sitting here watching and commenting, probably unhelpfully. Yes. That's the trick. That is absolutely the trick, Jack. And yeah, if you like my face and voice, you can check me out over on our YouTube channel, sneaky YouTube plug, where we have all of the episodes you may have missed. And if you want more of my majestic voice, but you think I could stand to tone the face down a little bit, you can check me out in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar und his little dragon, Crush. Tony, is that for me?
It's good to have the option, dude.
Oh no, not again!
For Trish, for the DS9 love.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's
What
good
is
because
this?
I already
Hellfires
had one
over.
from Lizelle.
An inspiration not to the DM from Tony. What?
Look, Deep Space Nine is objectively fantastic.
Oh, it's
I
good.
just prefer TNG. I'm not saying that. Yeah.
So if we just throw in some DS9 episode references throughout this episode, we might
Hey,
get
look.
more
True.
inspiration.
True. Yeah.
Don't know
I've got it.
how many channel
I'm gonna
points
think
he's got.
about it.
Let's find out. Let's see how many doubloons Tony's
Yeah.
got. He's pretty free and loose with them whenever I need an inspiration. Before we go any further, we do need to mention the Ukrainian people. A little too late, Jack. The Ukrainian people are going through a bit of a rubbish time right now, and it would be groovy if we can help them out. So, we have decided our way of doing that is to do this. We have got a couple of links in chat there for a couple of places that you can donate your any spare digital pennies you may have to help the people of Ukraine. The first is the Emergency Action Appeal, which is an Australian group of charities supporting Ukrainian refugees. And the other one is for the Dragon's Vault shop, where you can buy the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth, and all proceeds from that go to the British Red Cross for their Ukraine appeal. Both are great, and the second one, you get a D&D booklet as well, which is really good. It's full of really cool Slavic-inspired and Ukrainian specifically inspired myth and legend, all flavored for D&D, and a little one-shot as well, which also appears on our YouTube. Sneaky YouTube plug again. Save Ukraine, exactly. Play of Ukrainia. No, Slava. Okay. It's like, that's careful. You need to be careful there, Hoofy. Nice to meet you.
Yo.
Thanks for joining us. Bellchecker, yeah. I must also remind our prized, proud, and possibly even preeminent audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have that YouTube, what I mentioned before, and we have a Discord. So you can check us out there as well, and you can come and hang out with us. It'll be groovy if you did. Now, before we go any further, it'd probably be a good idea to have a bit of a recap what happened last week, so that our audience knows. Dan, could you enlighten us?
Whoa. Nothing much. Go watch the VOD. There it is.
There you go. Done.
Recap.
Pete.
Fuck you. Done.
Yeah. I was assigned to it today, and this is my decree.
I have
what's the
spoken.
law? I
Dan
have
allows
spoken.
it.
This is the this resolves. Yeah,
We'll
basically
pause for
did.
2.5 hours so you guys can go and watch the VOD. Come back. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically we did. It's like a shopping episode, but in reverse. As in, like, we just ransacked somebody else's house
Sure.
for the loot, so that we can afford to, die. Yeah, pay for our please bring back to life tax in diamonds. And we encountered, there's this Baba person. Curse of Strahd. If you've ever played it or got to this part, there's this like witch lady that's very delusional. That apparently like she's the mom of like Big Bad Evil Man, but she's only just the midwife. So I guess power to her, but apparently Strahd is annoyed by that prospect. In any case, she was delusional enough to, have an illusory crib of baby Strahd in it, which Selenox, our Strig owl person, was obsessed with, and did manage to break in the end. Also, she was the only one to really like actually interact with the hologram, which is in of itself very weird. In our ransacking exploits, there was a chest with hands coming out of it. We murdered the hands in cold blood, but
they attacked us first.
They had markedly little blood in them.
Yeah. It's more the principle of these like walking can things.
Yeah. Okay.
Which did protect the loot. And basically after that we went to bed. Well, there was like this whole crystal thing that we like handed off to somebody else to like finish the side quest for us, please. Thank you. We're too busy saving the world, etc. In any case, we slept, and our good old Map Hatch person, Trish, is currently under a curse that if she doesn't kill a sentient person within 3 days, somebody she loves dies, which is a very short list, actually, of people. Turns out we failed that. So she had the whole dream sequence of, you can count the amount of people she loves in both of your hands if you're a normal human with 10 digits.
You can now do it on one.
Yeah. And then you can do it on one, because there's one of them is dead, and there's 5 left. But that's not me. My character is one of the close people, and that wasn't me. Yay! I think that's where we left off, and now we're trying to make our way to the bone grinder.
Yeah, that's better. Hey, Adana. Yes. Thank you, Dan. That was.
You're welcome. Go watch the VOD if you're like.
You want more details on that? Yeah. The only other thing I would say is that Trish had had to work some stuff out. Went down to the riverside, punched a rock, and lightning came out of her hand for some reason. And then she was just sitting down trying to chill the fuck out. Puts her hand down beside her and inadvertently puts her hand down on the top of a black statue of a little raccoon called Chet. As in, it had a little collar with a name tag on it. And
that shit's cursed, fam. You should just throw it away. You're already on one curse,
It gives me such good vibes, though. Keeping it.
Okay.
Chet is fucked.
Warm and fuzzy when I hold it.
Like,
makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Like Ro is like so suspicious of this ship, but Selenox is possibly not quite intelligent enough to be.
I am into it. I support your decision.
I don't think. I know.
Selenox is just like, wait.
Also, Josh, when you got a second, can you reset Sirenscape, please?
Chat, everywhere, Tony. Chat
Just
is
a
everywhere.
refresh, just so maybe I can hear it.
Chat is life.
Chet is
No,
alive.
we're not gonna have a cult.
Chet is
Very
alive.
air that we breathe.
There you go. I
Chat.
can see and hear it now.
There you
Thank you.
I also need to shout out Sirenscape for the music, the sounds you're hearing. And the wonderful folks over at Wooden Forge, because I can do a sneaky plug for the thing that helps me out too. This is a beautiful thing by Wooden Forge. They make Wooden Forge makes gorgeous handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories out of Australian and exotic hardwoods. You can check them out at their website, woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove. That's the sneaky affiliate link. And if you purchase anything over there, we get a cheeky snick kickback. And they make some beautiful, beautiful things. This is my Dice Keeper. It is made of Jarrah, which is an Australian hardwood. And it's absolutely very pretty. It contains little spaces to put all of your dice in and a rolling tray on the other side. They have a whole selection of products, DM screens, pens, all that sort of jazz. They can laser engrave stuff on it as well. Heartily recommend them. Excellent guys and really lovely people too. So, I think we should get into it now, guys. Mateys, may illusionary children remain quiet and peaceful, and no older women take advantage of your trusting natures as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting anxiety and dread into Barovia. So, we return to Barovia and a small camp outside the remains of Baba Lysaga's cottage. The gang has rested sufficiently to regain their spent spell slots and hit points. They have leveled up. They're now level 8, except for Trish, who is level 5 and 3, which makes 8. Don't worry, I haven't done something sneaky to you, Rach.
I think you were just trying to piss Dan off, honestly.
Also
Did I just block it out? Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Nothing happened.
Your face did not show you blocking it out.
They have also
censored it. Yes.
They have also investigated the chest within the hut and found a small fortune in gear, presumably looted from the Baba's victims. So, outside of the Baba's
now
hut,
it's blood money.
Nah, it's recycling.
Yeah, this is Barovia. Nothing here is clean. Outside, and so the hut itself is a ramshackle agglomeration of driftwood and other bits and pieces on the top of a stump of a large mangrove tree. The stump used to walk around on root-like legs. However, you had a big old fight with it and cut most of them off, and then you tore out the gem which powered it, and now it's just a rotting tree stump with a house on it. Pulled up outside, about sort of 30-40 feet away, is Esmeralda's Vistani caravan. Pulled by a beetle, a large beetle. Oh, no. What am I talking about? It's pulled by a horse. We're in Barovia now. The animals are animals.
God, this is the worst.
It absolutely is, Tony. Agree. So Esmeralda, the Jabin, the little mouse folk, witch hunter, vampire hunter, has had a good night rest too, and is pottering around making breakfast. Trish, you've been sitting looking at the river. It's probably about 9 in the morning, and there is a bit of a fog coming in off the river, but it's gloomy, I would say. But not like in terms of what you've generally experienced in Barovia. It's a pleasant enough morning. It's not like horrible overcast and there's like a shadow of Strahd on the clouds. Esmeralda is humming a merry tune to herself as she boils the pot for tea.
I imagine that maybe Smoothie would have caught the faintest whiff of the screams of agony and rage that Trish was putting out there. But just for a second, he would have gone and then kind of gone back to sleep and then woken up, and even with an intelligence of 7, done the math in his head, and based on what he's been told, immediately cast sending. Now, I don't necessarily want to no, yeah, exactly. I don't want to necessarily do it for cash, because
I knew you'd do this.
I feel yeah. Well, I mean,
she's out hanging out with her mum. I'm afraid I can't.
Good. No, well, I was going to say there is an alternative. If she wasn't down, then I thought about this, and he will reach out to Varish, Stonebrew, the priest.
Yes.
The fella that was friendly to us.
Yeah.
When we did the thing.
Sure.
And I will reach out to him and say, Varish, it's Smoothie. I need help. Trish Caper may have lost someone close to her. If so, need spells cast to keep that's what he would have said, in stasis. Be back soon. That's 25.
Sure.
I was counting.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I'm just processing this. Varish would come back with. Please roll me D100 first of all.
Okay, that's fair. Yep. 100. Just roll 2 d10s. Actually, I'll roll 1 d10 and then the other.
Or just do it in
Oh,
chat.
no, D100's there. Yeah. No, it's all good.
There you go.
31.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ooh.
Yeah. Varish responds. Smoothie. Unfortunate to hear about Miss Caper's loss. Do you know who and where they might be? I am not able to just go running. Like, he can't res someone if he doesn't know who they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Apologies. I cannot be more help.
Okay. He doesn't necessarily want to use all his spell slots today, so he will spend one more. But he will reach out to, the name escapes me, but the fire fellow, the one that knows Trish and their reputation and such. The guy who gave us a map, he knows Helvig. He lost his partner because of Helvig's fire res.
I also know who you mean, but I don't know the person's name.
Wildwood Brigade. The dude.
No, Havel.
Havel. Ah, right. Yeah.
Right. Because they seem to have a relationship.
Sure.
And I will go. Trish Caper needs help. Reach out to Varish Stonebrew. Find her family or other defenders. Someone is dead. They need help. Get them to Varish. He will help them. Smoothie.
Wow. Okay.
That's all he can do. That's all he's willing to do.
Yeah, valid. Another D100, please.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's literally in the rules.
No. Sorry. I. You know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm expressing that mostly for the audience. With
21.
sending, if you are sending across Palinar
Lines.
bounds, there is a 5% chance it doesn't work. So if you'd roll between 1 and 5, it wouldn't have worked. But that's fine. 21 is more than enough. Yeah. Havel responds, "Smoothie, right? Okay. I'll see what I can find out. I'll put the feelers out. Any idea who? I'll check in with her family."
And he will just cringe as he hears this. He's like, and he just hopes that they can take initiative. One of them can.
The thing is, no one knows about the curse.
Yeah, I know. But he was as specific as who he thought it might be.
Yeah.
And that's he specifically mentioned family members and the other defenders.
Yeah. And I think with Havel, you've probably hit upon, if not the best, then the second best person to have asked for help. And actually, Havel is on their way to the place where Trish's parents might well be.
Okay.
Not that you'd know that, but they may well be at the crest. They probably, and this is a Trish question actually, after the Bandit Coalition sort of disbanded and became the Wildwood Brigade, where would your parents have gone? Back home, presumably? They were
if it was
driven
safe
from
to
their
do
home.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would want to rebuild, definitely. Rebuild the village they came from.
Sure. Okay, so they probably went back to Ashbarrow. So that'd be where they are then. Okay.
And that's what Smoothie does before he just kind of rubs at his eyes and I guess goes up to Esmeralda and goes, "Morning." And to anyone else who was there and or awake.
Hoofy, just gotta pay the Sending Plus pan.
Yeah, God, you took me back to the dark days. I remember when each text
It's
cost
2G.
you money. You had to spend money for every text. Okay, Grandpa, let's put you to bed. Yeah.
It's
Hate
not
it.
really a Corsair's Cove D&D episode with Jack unless we have that voice.
Yes, you're right. I've got a limited range.
You do not.
It is. It's not very limited, but so
And
yeah.
I'll
That's fun.
probably wake up,
Mhm.
quietly, and also like momentarily trying to figure out whether I'm at the afterlife or not.
You've been
Like,
there
check-
before. You should recognize it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it like
Not on
it's
fire.
Like well, where are we dropping, boys? You know, like which part of the afterlife is this?
It's actually
this
probably
sucks,
more
I'm still in
confusing because he
Barovia.
has been there before. He's like, oh, could be anywhere. Like,
Yeah. And when I hear the commotion and then like walk over, I I just walk over to like the breakfast thing, make sure that I check that my lead is still there and Trish hasn't read it yet, which it is, and then I'm just gonna like leave it back in my bag.
very well.
Yeah, and then just make sure I look for Trish. Where's she at?
I also need to say, Hoofy, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey,
Whoa.
you wee scallywag.
Ooh.
We are now 3 followers. And if we get to 600, everybody gets inspiration. So,
Hell yeah.
handy thing to have. So if we're getting close to it, Trish, make sure to spurn it.
Okay.
Trish, are you still hanging out by the river? The river.
If I hear the commotion of people starting to wake up, I will slowly make my way back to camp.
And Selenox, how did you sleep?
Not particularly well. I would say Selenox is like in the campground, but not necessarily engaging with anyone. Just kind of sitting somewhere, looking into a fire or something. Yeah, I don't know if she did sleep.
Let's go 3 steps back in
Yeah.
in our bonding.
We were so close.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
so close, dude.
Esmeralda appears to be trying to be cheerful, and as Trish arrives, seems to like is clearly trying to like be cheerful deliberately, so to raise the mood, and says, "Oh, good morning,"
Morning.
or at least morning. Would you like tea?
Sure. Tea sounds good.
We thought to just let you sleep after the whole explosion thing.
Right. Did you guys get anything useful from that stupid house?
Yes. That was going to be one of my first questions, actually. There was a lot in that chest. I have had a bit of a poke through. I hope you don't mind.
Whoa.
I wouldn't mind a share, but obviously you're welcome to at least the vast majority. You did a lot of the heavy lifting.
That's fair.
So I will
mean, you
remind
helped
you, you found
Kill the house, so
1,300 gold pieces. 500 gold piece gemstones, including 2 diamonds.
Diamonds are non-negotiable.
Yeah. She says, I have no need of those anyway. Actually, well, we can talk. There are 2 spell scrolls in here. One is Mass Cure Wounds, which way more useful for me than for you than me. I am on my own. And the other is Revivify. Again, if I have to use it, I'm the one who's unconscious.
Yeah. The only things I really need are the ruby and the diamonds. But well, you say you are going to be on your own. Where are you going to go?
Oh, well, you know, I came here looking for my mentor, Rudolf van Richten.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he is clearly not here. If he was, I feel like our fight with the Baba would have drawn him, even if he was laying low. We were not subtle by the end. And we were successful.
Is he a servant, and does he have a red nose?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Unless he has been drinking.
Gotcha. Okay, I think you can have. Well, I was gonna say I think you did your fair share of blasting the house. I was just running, so you can have like most of the my share of the gold or whatever.
I had my eye on the opal. You would be welcome to the rest.
Okay. Is it sentimental?
No. Well, not exactly. I think it would make a nice gift for.
Really?
Oh my amaranthines! Tell the gods.
What? No, there was not like that.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's
Esmeralda.
it's nice to have some hope. Like if you got a nice story, go.
Her name is Sarah.
Oh,
Okay.
cute.
Is she?
She is actually not in Barovia, which I am very grateful for. I met her in a place called the Blight Sea.
We know somebody from there.
Is that okay? I was gonna say I have no idea what that is.
It is to the north of where Barovia is supposed to be.
Is it like is it? Why is it called that? Does it hurt you?
I actually don't remember.
No. It is desert, I believe, mostly.
Oh. Irony. Cool.
It is a sea of sand.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
She
Are
is.
Are you saying you have? Go. No, please. I want to hear the story
Oh.
first. We'll talk about business in a second.
She and I are friends. And she has 2 small children. She is raising them on her own. She lost her partner a long time ago. And she does not have much spare for herself, you know? She's pretty, and I think she should have a pretty thing.
Oh.
And the opal would match her eyes.
Oh.
It's really sweet.
Well, I mean, we were gonna give it to you anyway, but I think that would have sold us. That's great.
I just wanted to hear that.
Well,
Are you saying though you have like totems?
I am out, unfortunately, but I tend to steal them. I don't know how to make them my own self. It's partially why I am not welcome in Vistani camps.
Oh.
Okay, well. Again, at least
I keep
understand.
like a closer, like I hug my satchel more.
I don't rob friends.
Since when were we friends, Esmeralda? Like the eye slits.
Since
I'm
I
her
shared
friend.
information about my girlfriend with you.
I was gonna say, you're jumping the gun. You're jumping the gun, or are we talking? Or were you lying to us?
Okay.
For serious though, are we not friends? We killed the Baba together.
I'm your friend.
I don't know.
Okay, alright. I was also going to say, it is easier for me to find out where this Aragal is for you if I am not with you.
Oh, that's the guy that's like working for Strahd, right?
He is currently working for Strahd. He
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a real piece of work. I will put out feelers, find out where he is. I have one more place to look for Van Richten, and if I do not find him, I will seek you out again. Because I came here looking for an ally, and in you, I believe I have found a good one, or four. If you will have me.
Then why go and look for Van Richten if you're already set with us?
Because 6 is better than 5.
You don't pick family either.
No, and I owe the man. I owe him a lot. I don't like him, but I owe him.
Where is this last place? Where you might find him.
A mountain south of here.
Nearby the Amber Temple?
Possibly. I was going to search the entire range,
That's gonna take you a while.
which is why I was not going to ask you to come with me.
I'm sure
I don't
it's
know.
not gonna take a while with her like super duper awesome cart.
That's fair.
This is partially
I was
true.
just talking about the mountain. I wasn't talking down her card, but you're right. I should have factored that in.
Yeah.
But also I was thinking particularly... Now, remind me, does Esmeralda know any details about this curse?
No. I don't know.
I don't
That's
think
not my
so.
call. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I just couldn't remember.
Well, it's interesting though. Like I will look at Trish significantly because it's not his place to say, but when she mentions that she can get totems easier than Smoothie can, that means she can get back and be of help in regards to that, perhaps.
Yeah.
If you are wanting to leave, I can help you with that.
Didn't work out so well last time.
I tried to get them out. I couldn't do it.
What happened?
Well, I was with people and there was I was here and they were watching my back, but one of them turned out to be an agent, I guess.
So
He-
next time, don't
Turned
have
out to
that
be a
one with you.
dickhead.
but I tried to take another person with me and he just
Bounced off. The problem is, if Strahd wants you to stay, you stay.
Cool.
I thought I had his attention recently. I guess he
Oh, I think we all do. But the man likes to play with his food.
I
It
just
will
didn't
be
realize
his
he
undoing.
knew who I was so soon. That's all. I thought I had time.
There are levels, I think. You may have, it may not have been you. Who were you with?
Who was I with? I was with cell. I was with this guy named Ruffle, and a fella named Him.
In Selenox, you were brought here. You did not come with Smoothie.
Nah, just showed up.
I couldn't get to her, but I tried to take him with me, and he's from the Humblewood.
Oh, so he was... Did he come here of his own choice, or was he also brought here?
I don't know if Smoothie remembers being told that information, to be honest.
Him was brought here.
Brought here. I see.
He knew Selenox for the same reason, because they'd both been there. Similar length of time, they've both been sort of summoned by Strahd. And Esmeralda says, then you were actually not the one he was focusing on.
Lucky for you.
I don't want to burst your bubble, Smoothie, but he actually wasn't aware of you. He was
No,
aware
I'm
of
glad.
Selenox.
Good.
He's aware of you now.
Bad.
You are
Okay.
making waves, my young friend.
I'm not sure if you heard my cats fighting outside for a second there. Yeah. Smith is going to take a gamble, and he's going to say, Trish, I know your 3 days are up. I talked to Varish. Remember him?
Yes.
Well, he is a good person, and he might be able to help with what's going on, you know? And if I can give a diamond to Esmeralda, if they need it, she can get it to him. You need a diamond to bring someone back. But I can't do it right now. I don't have anything.
Will that work?
I don't know how powerful Varish is, but I think they will probably have someone, surely, who knows how to do it. Someone in the whole world. But I can't get to them. I don't have anything. Esmeralda sounds like she might be able to.
You want me to go back to the wood?
Maybe.
To... Trish, you have lost someone?
Yes.
I don't mean to pry.
You don't have to tell them anything you don't want to. Trish.
No, you don't. You don't.
You do not at all.
I just want to be able to help, and I think this might be a way I can. I contacted Varish and
Havel.
Well, I was gonna mispronounce his name on purpose.
Okay. Sorry.
Havel. Yeah, that guy.
I'm sorry. I don't know how magic works. So you can bring someone back?
I can't right now. I'm too far away and I'm not strong enough yet. But everyone here, if the world is a pie, we're like a tiny, tiny, tiny wedge cut off. If Esmeralda takes a diamond, she can get it, I'm sure, to someone that can help. If Esmeralda's up for it, of course.
Yes.
Are you?
If it is important that a diamond get back to the wood, I can do this.
Okay. Yes, okay.
I would need to know where I was taking it.
Take it to the avium. If anyone knows how to bring someone back, they would be there.
That's right. That makes sense.
Trisha's gonna get a piece of paper and write down her short list of people she loves. and give it to Esmeralda and say, one of these people is dead. If you can get a diamond to the avium and find the person who's dead, please.
Very well.
Ask for that, like, that guy who snoopes around all the time, the one that Bennett's like keeps harping on about.
Ravania.
Yes. Yes, there's someone there who can see everything. I don't know how that works. Ravanya. He'll be able to see who's...
It's gonna be okay. Esmeralda, I understand if you need payment for this.
The opal is sufficient. Don't worry. As I said, I think we established we are friends.
I'm not used to it.
And Esmeralda would offer a hug to Trish.
Yeah.
I will do
Trish
this.
hugs back.
I will do this for you, my friend.
Thank you.
I, without wanting to make things difficult or hard for you, I would point out what you are planning on doing, Smoothie, in the wood is very illegal.
I was planning to take the brunt of it. I just didn't realize that we could take this sooner. Because we're going to be here for a while, and I think I'm probably locked out now.
Most likely.
I don't know
Though
what I
you
can
are
do.
Vistani.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not willing to put it to the test. I know how valuable those things are. If you're under the radar, and I hope that you are, then I think that's our best bet.
Well,
and it means
he long ago swore no Vistani will be ever kept by him. So you cannot be blocked, which is why you got away.
Well, that's helpful to know.
But you will
focus.
stay with these ones, and I will go.
Your prediction told us about things we needed to get. I think that's what we need to focus on. But if we
you work on your
friend.
list, and I will go and see if I can save one of Trish's people. You don't know which?
No, but
I will not ask if you do not want to answer. But how do you know that one of them is dead?
I've got a curse. That's all I can say.
That is okay. I understand. Could you put perhaps where to find these people, if you know? And she gives you the list back.
And I put my best guess for each of them.
Ash Barrow for your mum and dad. Nevermore the Avium. Jude's
Who
probably
knows?
the only one who's actually probably safe. Like if she's still hanging out with Gaspard, that's probably fine.
Probably all right.
Kesh, on the other hand, fucking no one knows. But Smoothie can actually ask Kesh.
That's true. Hey, you dead?
You could ring that bell. You've met Kesh,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't, but you've messaged her before. So
We did the
you can do
King
it
Kai
again.
and Dragon
Yeah.
Ball. Yep. Yep.
So yeah. Yeah, she says, okay. It will probably take me a couple of days to get back there, but if you have people working on this,
Yeah. Havel. That's who you should check in with first. By the time you get there, he'll probably have at least ticked off one or two. He seemed very dog with a bone when it comes to something he's onto.
What's a dog?
Oh man.
like a wolf but smaller.
Yeah, actually. Good.
Okay, so like it. Okay, got it.
A nice wolf.
Oh
I have
yeah,
a-
normally friendly.
Quick question for Josh. Would I know that raising the dead is illegal
Yes.
in this specific way? I would know that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Literally, if you've died, it's very poor form to come back to life.
But we got away with it with Helvig, so...
Yeah,
Even
that was
my
a very
actual body
edge
did.
case, and a lot of people bent a lot of rules to do that. And we're pretty clear about how bending the rules they were at the time.
Smoothie will add
Even
on
my
to this.
actual body.
Smoothie will add on to this because he's starting to get that impression. And he will basically say, if no one is willing, all he asks for is that they keep the window open for him, which I
Yeah.
think he has at least earned with Varish,
Yeah.
who is
Yeah.
seems to be that kind of dude. He's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I'm going to look over here.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And that's sort of the way it's looked at with Revivify and Adventurers. If you're out, but you're still fresh, it's a maybe. But, somebody who's been dead for a couple of weeks, some of the higher tier resurrection spells are very much a no, that's naughty. It's all about the circle of life and death, and it's the whole thing about Ardea and Titan is very much religion does not dominate every day in the Humblewood, but it's Bishop Blood. Revivify is fantasy CBR. If you've been out for more than 4 minutes, don't bother starting, whereas the more higher tier ones which are far more expensive to cast, that's tricky. I'm wondering, how long can they have been dead before Restful?
So
Gentle
gentle
repose.
repose, is actually a good question. It says, I'll read it verbatim. You touch a corpse or other remains for the duration, which is 10 days. The target is protected from decay and can't become undead. The spell also effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead, since days spent under the influence of the spell don't count against the time limit of spells such as Raise Dead. Now, Raise Dead I don't have access to right now. So let me just quickly do a Google foo here.
Because as I recall, Revivify is only, they have to have been
minute.
dead for less than a minute.
Casting time.
And it's for sure been more than a minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it says, provided that has been dead no longer than 10 days.
Yeah.
So,
It's stable, it'll keep them good for reanimate dead, but not Revivify.
for Raise Dead, no, Revivify's
Yeah.
off the table.
Yeah.
Off the table entirely. Yeah.
Is the gem good for, would that gem do for
Yes.
a Raised Dead? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it needs some 500 gold piece diamond,
Wow, okay, cool.
which is what we were given, so.
Sure, yeah. Yep, this is
And-
theoretically
and-
the solution to Trish's problem. Yeah.
And he will just go like,
I mean, if
if
we
it-
have enough diamonds.
well, we do. But,
For now.
Heck, you only need 3 more for all of Trish's peeps.
Did Selenox say that out loud?
I don't know if the rest of the conversation was in character. If the rest of the conversation
no,
was
we
This
were
is-
basically talking
yeah.
about
but they
No,
were talking
this-
that way, yeah. So no.
Yeah.
talking about
You did the
Okay.
accent, and I was like, what?
Okay.
No.
Now that we've established all this,
Yeah, back in character.
Trish, are you okay with what I've said?
As far as I'm concerned, whoever put this curse on me messed with the natural order of things. This would just be putting it right.
Yeah, not only that, but you're here helping me. And Titan ass put me on this. So if he's got a problem, he can take it up with me. As far as I can tell, this is what it is.
Right.
But let's try not to have this happen again.
Oh. This is preventable. Good, good. Is there anything that you need to do to prevent it that you can talk about? That's okay. You don't need to. So I'm having the opal, but I had a look through. These sling bullets, I thought they were, and good ones. They would work even against magical creatures. The pipes are unusual. You have to be able to play them for it to work. I don't know if any of you can play a musical instrument. But you can use them to frighten people.
I can't play an instrument, I don't think.
They are the pipes of haunting. And people near you that you choose will become frightened of you for a short time while you play them. Interesting, useful, possibly. This, on the other hand, Selenox, is the oil of sharpness. You can treat a weapon with it, and it normally it doesn't last forever. Obviously, it will wear off on the weapon over time, but for an hour or so, it would make the weapon, any weapon, significantly more dangerous. Sharper, basically. Mechanically, it lasts for an hour and adds +3 to attack and damage rolls. So it makes a +1 weapon a +4 weapon for a combat. And this little chap, she holds up the cat head stone.
The chicken headstone.
Oh, it's a chicken. I apologize, yes. And says, this is a good luck stone.
It doesn't look like fucking good luck.
If you don't want it, I'm happy to keep it. This one is very useful. This is a +1 bonus to all ability checks and saving throws.
Selenox is gonna reach out for it.
So her shoulders slump a little bit. Like, damn it.
One buff isn't enough,
And then she's gonna like put the chicken in Helvig's face and be like, "You want it?"
I just snatch it out of her hands, like, because it was quite clearly a challenge. I don't back down for this. Sure, whatever. This is stone shaped like a chicken.
Is that something that, like, she wouldn't know that chicken is? It's like, oh, what's that? You're a small beetle? You small beetle?
Well, I saw Helvig and
We were
his
there.
interactions with
Yeah,
the chicken in the backyard.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but you were implying he was a chicken.
No. I was just making the chicken noise.
Okay, right. This is
to
because
trigger
I
him.
know Helvig has this thing about chicken.
This is the
Which happens to
genesis
imply
of that in the world, where being called a
No
chicken
one
is someone who's
calls
a coward.
me Beetle.
Yeah.
I have a luck.
Okay,
Shaped like a chicken.
It requires attunement.
I'm gonna eat now because my head hurts from all this planning, and he specifically requested quite raw bacon. So
Ah.
Yeah.
Sound of good luck.
Yep. Son of good luck. The pipes of haunting. She says. She plays them. Plays a nice little riff on them, and says, "If you have no need of them,
sell them maybe. Could try when you're on the other side."
Oh, I have certainly got a use for these, but if none of you can play them,
Well, I mean, I imagined you're going to be with us when we kick down the Casa Barovia doors. So yeah, hold on to them.
very well. So you each get what's math is hard. 1200 divided by 4 is 300 a pop. So 350 gold pieces each if you're sharing it evenly. And
Sure.
Smoothie gets 2 diamonds and a ruby.
One diamond. One diamond goes to
That's
S.
right. Yeah. And
Which makes me nervous, but it's what the character would do.
There's an emerald going begging as well, a 500 gold piece emerald going begging.
350.
Helvig got the Stone of Good Luck.
Yep.
Esmeralda kept the Pipes of Haunting. Selenox, did you want the sling bullets?
Yeah.
Sling to fire him, right?
Well, Esmeralda says, if I'm
Esmeralda
getting
was
the
gonna
pipes,
show us.
if I'm
Okay.
getting the pipes, then you can have my sling.
What a deal!
Thanks.
And
It's what I always wanted.
yeah, she holds you a small strip of leather. And it's just like, I thought so.
But she winks at her as she said that.
Yeah. Good. Tuck in.
Well then, I will take the emerald.
Very well.
Can I take the oil, please?
Yeah.
That was my-
I think we all
Did I get
assumed.
it?
Yeah.
Cool,
Pretty sure.
thanks.
Unless you want an oil of sharpness from my quills.
No, that would be actually very cool.
It
but-
can be applied to 5 pieces of ammunition instead, if but it's way better to apply it to a weapon.
Now, as for the scrolls, how do we want to divvy that up? Because Josh's ruling is that anybody can cast it. It is useful for anybody to have it, really. To be honest.
Yeah. If anything, I would suggest the Revivify not be on Smoothie because Smoothie can already do it.
I was thinking that, yeah, it might be good if Smoothie gets knocked out, if one of us could revive him.
That being
Should I
said,
go-
if Smoothie gets knocked out, as long as you do it within a
It's gonna
minute,
be on my body.
anyone
so-
can do it. As long as they find it.
Should it go with someone who will be up for longer?
That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how to read?
Oi!
Sorry.
Your math
I might
shit,
hold on to the mass cure wounds though, because then I can sync up with Helvig's Beacon of Hope.
I was gonna suggest Trish anyway. She's quicker than I am.
Sure, I'll take care of it.
Trish, you have a scroll of
Thanks.
Revivify.
But for the
Alright.
record, I can't fucking read.
Okay.
I can't.
No, it's addition and subtraction that she struggles with.
Ooh.
And Esmeralda winks back at you.
Or flying tip foo far.
You're lucky you're pretty. And then Selenox is gonna go and sit back down with tea. Like, fuck you all.
You're gonna Kermit sip. Love it.
Very well. So Esmeralda takes her leave after breakfast. Heads off, noting that the fog will probably fade around midday. It usually does in this neck of the woods. So you are, where are you going? You're aiming for the bone grinder?
Yeah,
I can't fucking remember what the bone grinder is.
It's a mill.
it's a middle.
It's where the well, we know it's a weapon. We know it's a weapon that we can use
Yes.
against him.
Right, okay.
Yeah. It was one of the cards that
Oh, right, okay. Bone
was
grinder
red.
mill.
yeah.
Mhm.
Jack had them all written down, and very helpfully so.
I have it written down as well. I just
Yep.
forgot. When
The
so
charlatan,
when did
a lonely
when,
mill on a precipice. Yeah.
when did we actually decide? Okay, doesn't matter. You
What?
continue.
What?
I don't
where we're
remember
going?
deciding we were going there, but that's okay.
No,
It
I
was-
mentioned it. I mentioned it offhandedly, but like before we started, but like I did mention it in character as well because where we actually are, it is the closest thing that we are certain is
Alright.
what it is.
It's
Yeah.
close.
Mm.
Cool.
And not just that, it's not vague as opposed to everything else, which is like, ugh.
Yeah.
like this one is like a lonely mill. What could that be? Probably
Well,
the lonely mill. Um,
I'm sold. There's a stabby stab or something there, so fuck yeah.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
like elbow Trish, like, hey.
Yeah.
If you manage to cast that spell, Nevermore is gonna lose his fucking mind. I'm
That'll be
so
great.
excited. I'm so excited. You know what? Even if you don't, I'm just gonna say that you did.
Just convince him I learnt Revivify while I was over here.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should. He's gonna be like,
Yeah,
what?
Trish has the boots of speed.
He's gonna be so proud.
Yeah, Jude would be so proud. So yeah, there are basically, Esmeralda would say there are 2 ways to get to the bone grinder. And she would show you her map. You can go. Why am I doing it in my voice? You can go back up the road to Valakai and then turn right and head along the Oddsfalish road. This would take about 3 days to get to the bone grinder because it's 2 days back to Valakai. Or you could cut across. It'll take a little bit longer to actually like bushwalk, but you're going less far, so it's probably quicker.
What's the
What are we cutting through?
terrain like?
Yeah.
Woods. Not too bad. You would have to cross the river. I would suggest going north along the road a little bit, where you would only have to cross the river once.
Anything in those woods we should know about?
I cannot predict, but not normally too bad. And now that the Baba has stopped making scarecrows, there's one less thing to worry about.
I thought it was generally suggested to stick to the path in this place.
It is. It is not a bad point.
This lonely mill. How lonely is it? Is it another abandoned village like this one?
It's
No.
literally a mill.
It's it used to be a mill for Valakai. It was, I think, the owners died, and it wasn't used anymore. The problem is we don't grow an awful lot of wheat in Barovia now. It needs a lot of sun, so there is not much purpose for a mill. So it's
abandoned.
Yes, I believe so. It was the last time I went through there. Valakai the only thing is it's quicker to not go through Valakai.
It's actually quicker to go through the forest, and if we're trying to keep a low profile, it's probably a good idea too. That said, we are now, we're in an interesting position with the leader. Remember, we were gonna like meet them and all that, and their sister, I think, or something like that. Like they were gonna introduce us. The leader of Valakai.
Is Valakai the place that's always
Everyone's
fucking
like this.
happy?
Yeah.
That toy shop is fucked. Well,
Oh, you have met, yes. You have met Belinsky.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Quite mad. But weirdly well-meaning.
I mean, the gallows were kind of cool.
I would not buy toys for my children from him, but some of it is interesting. He is very good. If you commission specifically what you want, and are very specific about what you ask for, he can make it just about anything.
Yeah, like he made the whole like perfectly good replica of a house.
The scale model, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, beyond maybe making some connections, I don't really see a reason not to make a direct beeline for the mill, unless I'm missing something.
I don't
You're
know.
unlikely to find anything in the woods that is going to trouble you lot.
Yeah.
Nothing in the woods. Nothing in the place we're getting to.
Nothing.
Just a real-
No, there'll be
No.
stuff. It's just stuff we can handle.
Stuff we can have a conversation with.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean,
How long does it take?
I don't
Does it
think
take
that's what they're
3
implying.
days?
If you are fast when you cut through, probably more like 2.
Ah.
So my brain's
See,
like,
I'm
yeah,
just-
we should
I'm
just
having a
go to
really-
the path, right? Just so we can meet people.
Yeah, we've been alone for a while in this village. I would really like to have some conversation, learn more about Barovia. You know what I mean?
Well, your call.
That.
I will
I vote Woods. Fuck them all. I don't want to talk to anyone.
Selenox,
Yes.
I understand where you're coming from, but I would really like to see some more people who aren't just you guys.
We're not that fucking bad. Jesus.
Well,
Fine, whatever.
either way, we have to go north. Let's talk about it en route.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm not. Do we have to get over the river again?
yes,
Once.
One way or another. Yeah.
at least
Right.
once.
Helvig, can you please make me fly across the fucking river?
Why? I thought you were so determined.
Nah, I've gone through that river. I've gone over that river. I'm fucked with the river.
Okay, sure. That's fine. That's easy.
Thank you.
By the way, Sel, that's what it feels like to have someone else pick your balls.
Did I say anything?
Not out loud.
This is so...
Yeah!
This is gonna go and pack.
Esmeralda rides away. Have fun. See you later. I will try and save your family, Trish.
Bye, buddy.
You.
Okay.
Selenox is like stamping around, packing up.
We're also passing by, as I'm just assuming we're talking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're packed up then.
We're also passing by the ruins of Argenvostold. Was it a ruin?
Swallow?
Is it a ruin?
Sort of.
I don't remember. Like we passed
Partially.
by it, so remind
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, you did, and partially. You can't tell from a lot from the distance you were, but yes, at least part of it was demolished.
We're gonna get to there sooner than anything, Trish. If you think it's worth it, we can have a look around in that yonder area.
At the
A
ruins.
ruin.
Well, it's partly ruined. Look. Here's the thing. I mean, it's all relative here. Like most places are dilapidated, shall we say?
Inhabited?
Well, I don't know, but it sounds more likely and more quick than the forest. That to get up to Valakai, we'd be going up north. Where it's going to take 2 days, no matter what. Once we get up to Valakai, so we might as well try, right?
Sorry, question. Do we know about the death thing now? Sorry, my brain's fuzzy. Do we know you have to kill someone? This is Ro asking. Do we know you have to kill someone every 3 days? I don't think we know that.
Smoothie's been told that.
Smoothie's been told that? Have I been
Yeah.
told that?
I don't know.
I wish I remembered. But if we haven't, I'm gonna say it now. Once Esmeralda leaves, I'm gonna say to the four of you, I would really like to cut through Valakai because I need to kill something sentient every 3 days. The last time we went somewhere completely abandoned, I missed my window, and now someone I love is dead. So I would really like to cut through Valakai.
Based on the map, Josh,
Fair enough.
how is it going to take? It looks like it'd take the map you sent me. It looks like it'd take half a day to get adjacent to Argenvostold.
Argenvostold is no more than an hour off the road.
Well, but also, what, you want to start, like, hasn't your tally just started again? So why would we stop at a ruins that's right here? Just so Trish can kill something, so she gets an extra, like, 3 hours.
Okay. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just trying to be helpful.
I'm
Smoothie.
quite happy to find you something to kill, Trish. All right, let's go.
Smoothie, I would say that well, no. All right, you travel on, you cross the river, yeah, you leave by about 10 in the morning, and around midday, as you head out, the morning fog does not alleviate. Instead, it closes in around you. However, after a little while, you hear sounds of battle. But the fog has grown so thick that you can barely see more than 60 feet in any direction.
Can I see? Can I see 120 feet in color?
It is mist, not
Not
darkness.
darkness.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. You got
It's an old
swindled,
trick.
my guy. You
Old DM
never
trick.
have
It's like, I've got dark vision. Do you have mist vision?
Do you have water vision?
However, all right, Selenox, you can see 120 feet in any direction in the fog. However, it's still in black and white because the fog itself is black and white.
That is fair.
Suddenly, the fog takes on the form of soldiers on horseback charging across the field towards you. They collide with armored pike bearers who form a phalanx around you, like the battle is just happening around you as you were traveling. The armored pike bearers wearing devil-horned helms. As each soldier falls in battle, it turns to a fading mist. Hundreds more soldiers collide in a storm of screams and clashing metal, the battle continuing all around you.
Oh, we got a good play as we're traveling.
Well, that's fucking unsettling.
Is it? Oh,
Yes, how big it is.
I think it's cool.
Is this a spell or is it ghosts?
I think it's an illusion. It's a memory, I'm pretty sure.
I go and try and touch one.
Your hand sort of moves straight through, and the apparition does not appear to even notice your involvement.
I'm just like, see, it's fine.
This place has seen a lot of blood. Does this look, does their armor look like pristine? You know, like does it look like the kind of stuff that like legends would have told about? What I'm getting at, does this look like the OG Barovia conquest?
You would know this. You would know, I would think, the legend surrounding Argenvostolt. Particularly the armored pike bearers with devil-horned helms. Yeah, that rings a bell. That is the uniform of Strahd's soldiers.
Sure.
Man, he really commits to the aesthetic.
This is before anything happened, too.
No, this is later day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought this was the
their
original
modern-
conquest for his mother.
No. This is the modern
Okay.
outfit. This is
I don't know that. I don't
post-vampire
see
Strahd.
Okay, gotcha. Just for the sake of this, could you tell me what Smoothie would know of the story? Once upon a time, there was a...
You hear a thunderous roar, and seconds later, a huge flying lizard, not dissimilar to Pier's huge form on the fire plane, but made of
summoned Pier just so
silver
you can see.
mist. And he looks up and he goes, "Rukin!"
What? We just watched the movie.
Made of silver mist glides overhead, dispersing enemy soldiers with each flap of its mighty wings. Its long reptilian tail slices through the air above you as the dragon carves a swath through the fog, affording you a fleeting glimpse of a dark mansion overlooking the valley. As your eyes are drawn this way, the fog fades as if it never was. And you look up to see Argenvostolt. And Smoothie, the story you were told of this place was it is the home of the Knights of the Silver Dragon, a knightly order headed by Lord Argenvost. And they stood against Strahd. They were actually by far the most successful knightly order, anything to stand against Strahd. But they fell eventually. Even the knights of the order could not stand against his hordes. In the initial invasion, they stood against him and succeeded to a degree. Lord Argenvost drew the very best knights in the realm to his side. Everybody wanted to serve with him because he was extremely charismatic, but also his order prized its honor and loyalty to each other. I just read the story of Strahd in its entirety for all of us. Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? They stood against him for a while, but eventually Strahd called in reinforcements and fucked their shit up. The castle, the fortified mansion, was damaged, and Lord Argrinvost was killed. There is stories of a giant flying lizard.
Recent ones?
No. Of that conflict.
Right.
Even as in this silver lizard came to aid the knights, and even with its help, they could not hold back the tide. The dragon was slain, and its skull is now in Strahd's treasure room.
Does Smoothie pass on that story to us?
Yeah.
Well,
As it becomes relevant, he'll add detail as needed.
It's very cool.
all right. I'm more interested in the ruins now. Might be some good stuff left over. Maybe. Might not have lasted this long. It might be a bit rusty. Might be something.
Well, Trish, what Solnox said isn't half wrong. We do technically have time.
Sure.
They'll be
Sorry.
undead. Okay. Well, let's put it to a vote, I guess. Vote go into the ruins. Put your hand up. Okay, 2 for 2. So what are we doing?
Okay.
Helvig, you're the
Well-
decider.
Do you fancy a rock off?
A what off?
Selenox pulls out an electric guitar and an amp.
No, I meant like paper, scissors, rock, but I was trying to think of some.
I liked it. Yeah, no, I got it.
Here's I will put this one
we
thing out
shouldn't
there.
stay long.
That chapo.
I agree. The thing
I'm only fine
that-
with this if we don't stay long.
No, we'll put it down to a limit. Shall we say 4 hours? And if we
Sure.
don't find a hint of something, then we'll leave after 4
Leave.
hours.
We don't
Yeah, I'm
need
fine
4
with that.
hours to check
Here-
out a.
Here
I'm
is
saying
standing on
the
Helvig's
line.
shoulders, looking intently up at the building, and looks back at you and says, "Argin!"
Dragon, yeah.
That's not what he. Oh, we can't hear him. Sorry.
No, you can. He is vocalizing it.
Oh, sorry.
Can we
Yeah.
understand him?
I'll put it down to intelligence.
Yeah.
All you can, he is.
I
It's
thought we
like
just heard
he can
Pia.
say. Thus far, all he has been able to hear is Pia and Chad.
Yeah.
He has just
Argin.
learned a third word.
Argin.
He didn't
Or
say
noise.
dragon.
He didn't say
No,
dragon.
he said Argin.
Yeah,
And
I'll
he
put that
said
down to
that's-
Smoothie being intelligence 7.
In
though.
your
I'll
head,
take it.
Helvig, he said Argenvost.
Yeah? Do you know him? Are you friends?
Argin. And he says, heard of.
Oh, are you a fan?
Argin.
Okay. Alright. We're only here for 4 hours because Trish is. We got a situation. So maybe we'll get like a souvenir or something, buddy.
Maybe we'll
Because it
start with
looks
this big building that he's looking at. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna take the whole building for the dragon.
Argin.
Cool. Sweet. I like your style. I walk towards the building.
You head
Discussions
towards
over.
Argenvost. Argenvosthold. And I think we'll take a short break there.
Okay.
Cool.
As Josh hurriedly prepares words to
Told you I wasn't sure what you'd do.
Yeah.
Oh, we were gonna be at the boner grinder.
I'm
bone
never
grinder.
sure.
I wanted to, but you know, it's a hook.
We had.
It's interesting.
We should have just left. I mean, we watched the free movie and we're like sick, and then just
Yep.
leave.
Bye. Yep.
I just don't know if we're heading back in this direction. Anyway, breakdown.
Yeah, no. Alrighty. We will go on a quick break and we'll be back in 5 to 10. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Hope you've enjoyed. We'll see you again soon. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
And back we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Avast and ahoy, mateys! We are back for a little bit of exploring a place that I had not prepared because I wasn't sure what they were going to do. Because like
blame your narrative skills.
Well, here's the thing.
Ooh.
The book says when they leave Berez, read this, and I'm like, that's cool. So I'll do that, and I was like, and as soon as I do it, it'll probably change what they're planning on doing.
100%.
Yeah. So I
because we didn't have all that information before.
Because I didn't know. Like this is it. Like I learned the story of Argynvostholt today, and it's a cool story. And I was like, I really want them to go here, but I'm not sure. Like maybe they will, maybe they won't. So I have a bit prepped it, but not a lot prepped it. So. High above the river valley juts a quiet promontory, upon which looms a sepulchral mansion. Its turrets.
Ooh, that's a good word.
It is.
I don't know what it means, but it's a good word. What does that word mean?
It's like ethereal is a good sense.
Ooh. Ooh, I'm gonna add that. That's the word of the day. Can you say it one more time? Sepulchral. I've never heard that before, and that does not happen often to me. I love it. Thank you.
Sepulchral.
I think we have actually said that word in this campaign.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
right,
that was where Darkest lived. I think he lived in a.
That's a sepulchre.
I'm sorry.
Different word.
There you go.
That's a place.
English.
Cultural definition and meaning. Pertaining to or of a separate. It is of the same thing though. Sepulchral is it relates to a burial. Or
it's basically sag.
Yeah, of or pertaining to a sepulchre or a burial.
There you go. So it's related.
It's very
When you
close.
want
I heard the
something to
word
be
before.
sad,
Yeah.
gloomy.
All right, cool. Word of the day. Hashtag.
I've always interpreted it as sad, gloomy,
Word of the
ethereal,
day.
similar. Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
We did that a lot.
Its turrets capped with fairy tale cones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third of the sculpture has collapsed. Structure has collapsed, as has part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture. Out of the fog comes a distant peal of thunder, quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below, but the house stands silent, seeming like the fossilized remains of some long-dead thing smote upon the mountainside.
Ooh.
Isn't it good? A good one.
I
Shit.
don't fucking like those wolves.
I'm in it. Yeah! Favorite DM moment. There it is.
Jesus,
He's
that
already
was
said it.
loud.
What I did? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Sorry.
Just had a rock star moment. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
So, as you head on up,
Turned
it
down
is
my
about
mic
it takes about an hour to get there from the road. You're
What?
passing pretty close by it. And Pierre gets progressively more and more agitated as you get there.
But you were excited.
He's like not like oh fuck yeah, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's like Charlie going to doggy daycare.
A little bit, yeah. In fact, that's actually a very good analogy. Way better than you know. So as you come up the main pathway, you come across a large statue of a creature that looks not dissimilar to Pia, but huge. Perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite is a moss-covered statue of a creature that is pear-shaped. Its wings tucked in close to its body, the statue looks east toward the mansion. It has a frill across its, like a mohawk, along its head, and a couple more frill-like ears, and a long underbelly running down its spine and tail. Though lizard-like in shape, it can grow anything up to 200 feet in length, and inherits arid subtropical regions and wears spectacles. Sorry, that's a
We
Monty
got
Python
that
quote.
from the.
Right,
okay.
Very good
I
about
was
the
like, we just got
spectacles.
this knowledge imparted on us from the sculpture.
Oh, sorry. That's a Monty Python reference.
Right.
It's a yeah, it is a tarot not like a reading in the newspaper your star sign. So yeah, there's a big statue of a dragon outside the front door. Then there are some steps leading up to the main entrance. Black stone steps, flanked by stone railings, climb to a landing in front of a pair of tall wooden doors with rusted iron bands and knockers shaped like small dragons.
What knockers?
Do we knock?
Carved into the lintel above the entrance is the word Argenvostolt.
I
Is
will
that-
look.
it-
I will look to Pia
Yeah, I was
for
just
approval. Yeah,
Do we-
like.
Is
Do
that
we? My
your-
question was to Pia.
Oh,
Do we
okay.
knock?
Well, I'm gonna be like a tourist inside, see like we're in Disneyland, and be like the dad who doesn't really know what's up, but their kid is excited and be like, is that your friend?
Argin! And
Yeah,
he
cool.
actually flutters to the base of the statue and looks up at it, then touches it with his nose, and then sort of slumps a little bit like, Argin. And you hear, not.
Aww.
Yeah, it's a statue, buddy.
Argin, looks like.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna knock at this point.
Weirdly, like, I'm glad you know what he looks like. Does he have like a photo in the plane of fire?
Argin, all know. Argin,
Oh,
not plane of fire.
oh.
Argin, air.
Fuck! I was kidding. Smoothie. There's no one
Um,
fucking in there.
The doors.
Actually, do not
lamp,
do not
well,
count on that.
So, I'm imagining. So the way I have you all positioned in my head right now, there is a circular driveway that used to be used for carriages. Is now very much overgrown. In the center of that circle is this statue. Helvig is standing at the foot of the statue with Pierre looking up at it. Trish and Selenox have not said, so they're probably on the road itself.
I'm at.
Smoothie,
I did because I said that we're gonna knock. So
you've
I'm at.
you've
the
gone
door.
up to the door with Smoothie.
Smoothie,
So Smoothie
yeah.
and Selenox are standing at the door. Trish, where would you be?
I'd be with Helvig.
Okay.
Definitely.
So Trish and Helvig are looking up at the statue. Smoothie and Selenox are looking at the door. They are about 40 feet apart, and there is the
Wonder why he's mentioning that.
the mouth of the dragon statue exhales a gust of cold air.
Whoa.
And blasts up towards the door. The door is blown open by this gust. You, however, are not injured in any way. It flutters your clothing, but it's not enough to knock you off your feet. It is. Smoothie probably feels it a little bit more because of the wings, but other than that, like, he's.
I'll put mine
but
up for draft. That's
Yeah.
it feels
The
nice.
doors are blown open.
Good job, Pierre.
I guess that means come in.
Always be polite. You don't know who's there.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna
Appreciate
go
it.
We're
was
coming
Stephanie.
in now.
Ooh. Trish, make me an Arcana with advantage.
Ooh,
My
alrighty.
God, you're a nerd now.
Okay. Good thing I got advantage. That's a 9. Try that again. 15.
15. Trish, you can feel that this statue, what just happened, not the statue itself, but what just happened was obviously it was a magical effect, but you can feel the magic. You can sense the magic that came from it. You even know that it's cold magic. It is the magic of the elemental plane of air. You can sense that.
Oh shit.
She has not shared that information.
No, that was Ro,
Oh,
not
right, okay.
Selenox. I
Sorry.
just automatically, when I swore, went into
Right.
Selenox's voice. But it was
Yeah.
rude.
And the other thing you get from a 15 is that it used to be a lot more powerful.
Interesting.
You okay back there? Are we going in?
I mean, that's why we're here, isn't it?
I'm talking to them, Sal.
I know you're talking to them, but we're fucking.
Why are you like? Why?
Why you
I'm in
like?
a
Are you
bad
guys
mood,
confused?
alright? Fuck!
All right, well, go yell at the statue. I
I'm
didn't do
gonna walk
anything to
into
you.
the fucking house. Fuck you.
Helvig,
Yo.
what beats air magic? Just out of curiosity.
Well,
I
you
mean,
need the pyramid,
like they
so-
cancel with
Earth?
Yeah,
The Pokemon theorem.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's why we buried the
Psychic.
scarecrows before.
right.
What's that?
I think
I
that
mean,
was.
I know that Pierre
Yeah,
told me
ground type,
this
yeah.
dragon was like an air dragon.
Yeah. Maybe
Here, hold.
maybe be ready to throw sand
Oh.
at things.
Apparently, also like cold stuff, right? I keep looking over at Pierre.
Here. Hard again.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
Right.
Sure. Well, we might need to keep ourselves warm. I don't know. If Arkin's
Delanox.
very much a cold person.
Selenox, the room feels like a king's tomb. A grand staircase leads up to stone balconies held aloft by stone pillars and arches. A tall, faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing. 6 sets of double doors lead from this foyer. Along the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of handsome men. The 4th bust and its pedestal have been knocked over, and their shattered remains. Of handsome people. 2 of them are men, 1 is a woman. And the 4th bust and its pedestal have been knocked over. Their shattered remains lie strewn across the mosaic floor. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang from the ceiling like monstrous black spiders.
How many pieces is the sculpture in? The bust.
The bust, the 4th one, the one that's gotten knocked over,
Yeah.
is in hundreds of pieces.
Right. Can I make out any of the, like, could I find the bits of the face?
Make me an intelligence check.
Oh, smart. Smart time.
If you are
You got
proficient
this.
in investigation, you can use that.
I
I
would much,
can help. I have a thing, but do your thing first.
I would prefer investigate. Wow. 8.
8. You find a nose. You find a beak.
A beak. All right. That's good to know.
Can I never get to say this. And any time I take this cantrip, can I use mending, please?
Oh my
It's
god.
such a useless cantrip.
It's like I'm pretty sure
I
the
love
damage
mending.
might be
No,
too
man,
much.
I just played a game like a couple of
Remember.
weeks ago, and I swear to God, it was used so much.
It's very it's useful when it's useful. Otherwise, it's fucking not ever.
It's not like message, just
Yeah.
dog shit.
That's right.
You're
You're welcome, Daria.
Smoothie, you can make another investigation check if you come in and find Selenox trying to put together a face.
Okay.
I'm gonna put
Guys-
the beak over my own beak and be like, does it suit me?
It is a toucan. The beak of a toucan.
Oh, fuck yeah!
I'll just go honk honk to amuse her.
Well,
Now,
that put me in a
it's-
slightly better mood. Fuck.
Specifically, what mending can do is it says 2 halves. So basically, it says 2 halves of broken key, a torn clock. So basically, what I'm reading into this, I can read it verbatim if you want. Is that I could take my time, but if I spread my hands and just kind of smush it over the thing,
It sort
it
of
meets.
does it itself.
Yeah. Like
I
so
thought you had
I've
to,
actually.
like, jigsaw puzzle it back together.
Well, that's the idea, yeah. But if I just keep casting it, eventually it's just going to go, oh, yeah, I belong here, I belong here, I belong here, just
okay.
by the...
If you want to take
Nature
a
of
couple
the-
of minutes, yes, you can rebuild this.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they're still at the statue, so why not?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you do that. So Smoothie's doing that. Selenox.
Yeah.
Ooh. Selenox with it's not super well lit in here, but you don't
It ain't
need
lit,
that.
fam.
Can I get a perception check, please?
Sure. 19.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Eleanor.
Straight eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a sugar daddy.
A Selenox.
You wish you had a sugar daddy.
I think we all do as artists.
Yeah. While Smoothie is playing around with the bits of broken rubble on the floor, you're just sort of standing, looking like you've been trying to help, but he's actually going way faster than you could. It's sort of a bad reference, and it shows my age. The first Transformers movie.
Oh yeah, no, the best one.
Yeah, obviously. The first Michael
That's
Bay
the one where
Transformers.
Megatron dies, right? Oh
Yeah.
no, okay, never mind.
Yeah, the first
No,
Transformers
okay,
movie that Michael Bay did, when they've got the chunk, the large box that he can make smaller, and it sort of tessellates itself down and down and down, down. That, but in reverse, and these things are sort of rapidly positioning themselves, and it looks a bit Matrixy. And yeah, you very quickly established that you are probably not going to be able to help put together this toucan man. So you instead take a glance around the room, and a great shadow with wings moves across the walls and and as it does, you hear a soft bestial hiss in darkness.
Smoothie. You might just can you just there's something in the shadows, mate.
It's coming from inside the house. I don't know if that was meta or not. I'm fine with it anyway.
Yes.
Oh, no.
I honestly, how far along am I? Do I have the line share?
Halfway.
I will say, what do you want to do? Like I said, there's probably someone here.
Not someone, something.
Oh, it's a dragon. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know that it sounded particularly pleased to have company, to be honest. Pierre!
Well, I remember...
Christian Helvig.
Hello,
It's been
that's
about
us.
a minute since they went inside. What are you doing?
Probably would have gone in,
Yeah.
head over by this point.
We only have 4 hours. We have a whole ruin to be the tourist in for Pierre.
So
I'm just basically
they appear
supervising
at the
Pierre as he's
door
flying around.
as that conversation is happening.
Do you guys hear that? Here's a question. Did I hear any of this dragon shit? Or,
No, this was
okay.
you were fixated on something else.
Yeah, okay.
Pierre, the dragon friend, Helvig. Find
keep
out if the
working on
dragon
this
friend
thing.
is
Oh, it's like an air dragon. Is that what the question is?
he friendly?
Is Argon friendly? Here?
Argan? Maybe.
Helpful.
Right.
But it's not conclusive. Pierre thinks he's very cool though.
He's like, Argan, brave. Argan, honorable. Argan, not seen long time.
Trish, if it attacks, it's
Oh.
probably an undead. Does that count against your thing?
Needs to be sentient.
Honorable.
I'm pretty sure this thing's
Yeah, it's
sentient.
Pierre's saying it's kind of like knightly, I guess, like brave.
All right.
Even.
All
Yeah,
right.
Worst case scenario, we've got a notch in your post. There you go.
Mate. We're not here to. We're anti-Strahd crowd, mate.
Oh my god! Sorry, I just dawned on me that. No, I'm gonna put it out into the universe for the audience. I'm just
But what?
thinking that Argon's probably gonna hate on us because you have Strahd stank on you.
We're anti-Strahd crowd, mate. I think that counts for something around here.
The room, the shadow, and the bestial noise still failed to respond.
Yeah. Cool. Well, nice chat.
And then Pierre looks up at the picture of the man above the man in knightly armor, and goes, "Argin,
What?
Argin!"
That guy?
I thought Argon was the fucking dragon.
Can he turn into a person, Pierre? Or
Argin.
like a flamingo? Like,
That's rad.
yo.
Wow. That's a
Could you
shame
do
he
that?
was. Shame he's
When
not
you were
alive.
like big and stuff?
Argin, different dragon.
Oh.
Have I finished Toucan Man?
Yeah. Toucan Man is done.
It's nice
Is he
smoothie.
Oh, it wasn't for you.
It's
I
missing a
just,
few bits and pieces, and you put it back on its pedestal.
Is that Argon? Is Argon a toucan man?
No, Toucan. Argin is
On his
Argin is a Mapatch. But
Represent.
the Toucan Man is. It would seem.
Every time you say Toucan Man.
He would qualify as a Luma, technically, but quite an unusual one. And it would seem these are notables of the Order. You would guess.
I see.
They are not, however, there's no name plaques or anything. It's presumed that anybody in here would be impressed enough by them that they don't need to know who they are. Like, they would know who they are. They don't need to be told.
So, that was nice, All right. Are we going in one of the doors, or are we getting out of here before the, that thing decides
Is anybody around?
Yeah, there's a fucking...
In for a
Anybody
penny,
else?
in for a silver, in for a gold,
Anybody
I see.
else around?
I say.
Is this how big is this space we're in? Would it be like 60 foot across?
Yeah, it is 40 foot across, 60 foot long.
Superb.
Oh no, I apologize. Yeah, no, sorry. 40 feet, it's 50 feet wide. Yeah.
Getting into
Magical awareness.
What?
Yo.
Woo! New abilities, because
Heck
I'm
yeah.
very suspicious of
New
magic,
ability
so now I can
is-
be officially suspicious.
Okay.
So yeah, as an
What does
action,
it
I can
do?
open up awareness to the presence of concentrated magic
Mhm.
until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to. So anything magical.
That's
Yeah.
We
You
have a tune to our stuff, right? By the way, that just
you
reminds me.
sense the magic of death.
Oh shit.
Super.
Magic
Just a
of death.
little. It is like a residue, more than... There is no spell active here. I am a little bit faster and looser with this sort of thing, as you are aware. And yeah, your magical senses can detect... It's not undeath, it's death.
This place. Well, actually, no.
So,
I'll wait for
Tony,
Trish to
not
speak.
necromancy. As in elemental death.
Guys,
Exactly,
I don't
Bishop
think there's
left.
any good loot here, unless you want to take a big statue.
It's
Okay.
it's a castle. We've
And just leave.
I mean, there's a lot of doors, so there might be something fun if you want to.
we've barely explored.
But there's also a fucking shadowy dragon, so like whatever.
Arkin!
What?
If there's
Yeah.
a dragon, one thing I know about dragons, from what I know, is that they tend to keep stuff. That's their whole thing.
That's
Arkin.
true.
Rich.
They also don't like other people taking.
Argon's rich? I say out loud.
I mean, what's he gonna do with it?
Ah, good to fucking know.
Pia goes, Argin, and then, like, gestures around.
We'll be polite.
It's a
We'll-
ruin.
And he
we'll be
says,
polite.
Argin was stolt. Like, and you only hear Argin in like he says Argin, but in your head, Helvig, he says Argin was told, like the place is named after the dude. And he's
Look, we're
super
here.
rich.
We haven't hit the 4-hour mark, and we've barely looked at anything. Can we keep going a little bit?
I
Fine.
guess, if only for Pierre. This is a big fan.
Argin.
All right, but Pierre, can you just put in a good word for us or something, mate?
Argin?
Thanks.
I'm gonna cast Find Traps in the meantime.
Noted. So there are 6 doors.
I'll let Pierre lead.
Two in the basically you're in a rectangular room. Staircase at the far end. Pedestals are on the sides, about 10 feet into the room. There's a sort of a main hallway about 30 feet wide up the center of the room. You're all in that area. There are 2 doors on the right, 2 doors on the left, and 2 doors in the back corners.
I do a quick turnaround because apparently it's instantaneous, just like Trish's thing. Anything on any of the doors?
No.
All good. We can just open them.
And the stairs just lead up to the balconies that we can see, yeah?
Well, yes, and the balcony, that upper floor has doors leading off it as well.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And passageways.
This is going to be a really useful trick, Trish. You get to detect magical things. I can detect traps. Nothing will stop us.
Great
Maybe,
combo.
can you read me the exact wording of detect
Yes, I
traps?
can. You sense the presence of it. I'm not going to use that voice the whole time. You sense the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight. A trap for the purpose of this spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which was specifically intended as such by its creator. Thus, the spell would sense an area affected by the alarm spell, a glyph of warding, or a mechanical pit trap, but it would not reveal a natural weakness in the floor, an unstable ceiling, or a hidden sinkhole.
Sure.
The spell merely reveals that the trap is present. You don't learn the location of each trap, but you do learn the general nature posed by a trap you sense. Another way to put it, if you remember that classic trap from, what is it? What's that really awful dungeon that Gary Gygax made? The one with the devil's head. Anyway,
You have answered my question.
Yeah,
So, when you arrived, you noted that like one side of it had been demolished. That is the one. That is the side to the right. So the 2 doors to the right would lead to a ruined bit. It is noteworthy that your trap sense, whilst not technically a trap in the traditional sense, one of the doors would definitely be hazardous to go through. You get that?
Okay. Yeah, well, technically, thank you for the generosity, because technically it would not pick up on things like that. That's what I was going to...
As in, you would be ensnared.
That's the one. Okay, fair enough.
It very much is covered by what you read out loud.
Right, gotcha. Yep, no
It
worries.
was done with intent.
I point that out.
Which door is it?
That one.
Which of the other 5 doors do you want to go through, Peter?
Yeah. On the right-hand side, the middle door.
Well, if that one's trapped, that's probably the significant one, right? That's the one they don't want people going in. But at least we're aware of it now. I'm just thinking
If I
out
pick
loud.
this lock, is it gonna knock me unconscious and then I wake
well,
up?
it is trapped. So, is it mechanical in nature or magical in nature?
The trap is neither of those things.
Can you remind me one more time what the trap is? Sorry, one more time.
It is. Does it say? Do you get to know what it is? It's a net. It's a web.
Specifically intended by its creator, thus the spell would sense or a mechanical pit trap. So yeah, it would probably, if it's made with intent, I would know what it is.
Right. It's a web of a spider.
Right.
Oh.
That changes my thinking somewhat. I actually agree. Rewind the tape. Yeah, there's a spider there, which is probably, look, it's one or the other. Either the spider's protecting something or a spider doing a spider thing.
You reckon the spider's sentient?
It's possible.
Right. Door number.
The closest one?
We'll
Alright.
both. I opened the one on the left closest
Okay.
with Pierre.
You
Because we're
go
sightseeing.
into
4 hours.
you go into room number 6. The wood-paneled den has been ransacked. Its furnishings tossed about. A cold, dark hearth dominates the west wall between 2 stone windows. Standing upright against the north wall is a sarcophagus made of black wood with a queen's effigy carved into its lid.
Ooh.
Is it open?
The moment I see the sarcophagus, I take like 8 steps backward. Like, fuck. Nope.
It is not open.
No.
Do you know who this is, Pierre? There's a queen right on it. Depicted on it.
Here. He's like, no. Here. Not grave.
Not
Okay.
brave.
The rest of the room looks like it may well have been like a sitting room.
Do I open it?
I mean, go for it.
Cool. Let me open it.
I'll just
Or
get ready
try.
to blast.
And push
It is full of shelves.
the
it's-
sarcophagus is full
yeah.
of shelves.
It's standing up on its It's standing up on its feet. Oh, sorry, if I
I
was not
see.
specific about that.
Gotcha.
It's
Oh,
standing upright. And it's been turned into a book. It's turned into a cabinet.
cool.
Inside is a lot of the wine glasses are shattered, but there are a few in there. There is a decanter. Well, there's several. Most are empty. However, a couple do still have a small amount of liquid left in them.
I'm gonna smell one.
It's strong. It's whiskey.
Whiskey.
You've made a friend. or
I mean,
or
whatever.
you've tormented a
I don't
friend.
care.
I'm gonna offer it to Helvig if that was the reaction.
Yeah. Just leave it. Recognition of whiskey.
Now you're it. Now Pierre's a Disney dad to you. With alcohol.
I mean, it might have been open for a while, but
It's alright. Just get reminded,
Do you want to taste test it, or do you want to wait till
I just
tomorrow so
skull
I
it.
can cure poison? Okay.
I sculled the mysterious.
As in, you drink the whole
whiskey.
bottle?
There was only a little bit. Josh
Yeah, there was
said.
like-
I
yeah.
see. Never mind.
Oh, it's probably 2 or 3 like servings
fits.
worth.
Yeah.
that's all right.
Oh, I said I
They can
skulled
take
it,
it.
so I
Let's
do it.
let's say
Yeah,
there's 3 fingers in
I
there.
do it. Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Like a frat bro, he skulls it.
Helvig just opens his throat, relaxes his jaw, and pounds it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Make me a con check, please.
Cool. Is this a saving throw?
Yeah, why not?
I assume we've already attuned to our shit. So we've been walking.
Yes.
9.
There is a rumbling
I
and
love you
churning
guys.
deep inside Helvig's
Yeah.
metallic
that's the good
form,
shit.
and Helvig
I
Peter-
might just.
Peter
I
goes,
will look away in case I belch like
Here?
fire.
You do. I was getting to that. It rumbles and rumbles, and it's you've actually swallowed it wrong. It's gone down the wrong tube, and some of
Oh,
it
no.
went
The
to your
first tube.
furnace. And
No.
Pierre goes here, and then Pierre looks a little startled and gives out a belch, and a small gust of flame comes out of his mouth, and then he flutters away from you because he can tell you're going to do so too.
Hold on. Give me a second. So
There is a fireplace.
Is good. I belch into the fireplace.
And yeah, it's quite an effective flamethrower. And it goes
gonna
for
try
way
and
longer
belch the
than you'd
alphabet.
expect. Yeah. With a 9, yeah, you get to G, I think.
Is that why you like whiskey? What the fuck?
No, I fucked up.
Jay, sorry, you get to J.
Oh shit, that's better than G.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you had that talent with the alphabet. That's
turns
cool.
out.
No, I
Fuck.
just make the most of a bad situation or whiskey. It's extra, like, it was 50-50 before, but now it's like extra 50-50 now that this body's like made of metal and I'm like on fire.
Jay, that's a new record, right?
I know! Yeah!
I love
Like
that.
1,000-year-old whiskey.
Yes.
Nice.
The fire catches in the hearth, and within the face of a dragon forms. Argin!
Well, is that actually fucking Argon? You said that like 60 fucking times.
It hisses, crackles, and unfurls smoky wings within the fireplace, and it addresses you. My knights have fallen into darkness. I ask you to save them if you can. Show them the light they have lost.
Is it?
Alright.
Sorry, mysterious figure. I know that my friend here is a big fan. I'm assuming you're Ogin. One, are they sentient? Two, does it involve murder? I just want us to be clear.
They are revenants, born to destroy that which cannot be, and thus trapped.
Do I know what a revenant is?
An undead creature. Smoothie, you would have a vague idea. I don't think you'd know
Mostly
exactly.
for Trish's benefit. That's why I'm asking.
They would have a soul.
All right.
In fact, that's the point.
But he's asking us. Alright, Cryptic McCryptison.
Well, we're trying to kill Strahd. Would that free them if Strahd were to die?
That is one way.
How else can we help?
I am bound to this place, but I am incomplete. If you could retrieve my mortal remains and bring it back here, it would free them.
Your remains. They're inside the castle, aren't they?
This is true. Your goals and mine may align. I know a
What?
little of who and what you are.
How?
I have ears. Selenox.
Yeah, no
Warrior,
one's-
says the wind. Priest, says the rain. He looks at Smoothie. Champion, says the river. Looking at Trish. And at Helvig, he says,
Oh, that's cool.
and the fire declares you twice born.
This is
And
size.
Dragonkin. Argin! And when he says Argin, you hear in your head, kin. And the draconic visage in the fireplace smiles. Just there's just a tweak of one side of its mouth at that. Like you get, he probably understood.
Are your knights really lost? Do you think if we did that they could join us, or do they need to be put down?
Sorry, this is a Josh question. Just need to get the right name. Yes. The Grand Master, Vladimir, leads them. Upon our defeat, he rose again. He was dead before, but... Ow. Sorry, my back is really hurting and it's actually quite hard to focus. Vladimir Horngard died 100 years before the doom that befell us. A mighty warrior, an honorable man. And when Strahd slew his brother and took the devil's bargain that he took, Vladimir's spirit was so incensed it came back, leading a group of undead knights in a crusade to stop this evil. However, they cannot slay that which is already slain, that which is already dead. So they are trapped in this place. No soul can leave.
Here? In this house?
I mean Barovia.
Yeah, join the fucking club.
If you seek allies, they may be able to assist you, but Vladimir is beyond reason and will strike out at anyone he encounters.
Are they wandering around, just around in
where are
Barovia?
they?
You may encounter them in this place.
Was that skeleton guy one of them? At this, I made a minor illusion, a shitty 2 frames, like
360p.
skeleton guy. Yeah, of the when we were in, like, on the path.
Yeah, there's headless horseman.
Right. He says, that is not one of mine.
Okay.
Fortunately. If you had met a revenant, you would be aware of it. He would have probably attacked you. Particularly given the company you keep.
What does that mean?
And he looks at Selenox. You have something of him about you. I did not mean offense. You are clearly alive.
Yeah, and you're clearly fucking not, Jesus.
Therein lies my problem. And I have no wish to become the undead my own self.
If you don't mind me asking, are you asking us to bring an entire dragon skeleton somehow?
Most of my remains are here already. It is mostly the skull that you seek.
Okay.
But how are we supposed to...
Well, fucking add it to the list, Jesus.
It's pretty big, right?
Yes.
It's fine.
Or we're meant to steal... Okay, maybe I'm missing something.
I know I'm asking a lot.
I'm not saying we can't do it. I'm not saying we don't want to do it. I'm just trying to think of how. That's
We'll
okay.
figure something in.
Okay.
There is one here who you could reach. Godfrey. Godfrey Gwillem. He could be an ally in this.
Here?
He is the only one you might be able to reach.
Okay.
You would find him in...
The next episode.
Well, probably. Yes.
All-nighter.
Hard pass. Curse you, book. The map doesn't go that high.
I don't feel bad that I kind of summoned him from my whiskey belch. I don't say that though,
It
but I am
just smells
thinking
like your
about it.
burp. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am
there it
thinking
is.
about it. Probably
Just
in like
odor.
the private chat with me and Pierre. In our
Okay,
like
here it is.
mental private chat.
Says you would find him on the 3rd floor in a room that was used as a meeting chamber by the knights, my knights.
Is this another revenant?
Godfrey.
Yes, Godfrey
Okay.
is a revenant.
So,
I wish to impress upon you why this is important.
Sure.
There is a place near here, a shrine that is powerfully evil. I built this place to protect that place. My knights, their job was to protect the Amber Temple. Stop anyone from getting to it. Fortunately, we did not advertise that fact. And to this day it remains undisturbed, but I have no doubt that Strahd will find it eventually.
Ooh.
Restoring my knights will serve that purpose.
so, Argon, mate, the shadow in the main hall, is that you?
Yes, I was seeking to learn more about you.
Fucking creepy, mate. Don't do that shit, Jesus.
When you are a spirit and nothing more, it is difficult to manifest oneself at all.
Yeah.
The last of Queen Netiri's brew had some interesting effects.
Terry.
Oh, it's like you're reading my mind. I'm so sorry. No, it's fine. I'm
Did you
not
enjoy
sorry.
it?
I'm glad I did. I did. It was so good.
He's living through you.
It is good. I miss it.
So
I
just
would-
to get this straight, if we can bring the last of your remains, your skull, back here, it'll awaken your knights, who will be an ally for us against Strahd.
My knights are
And-
already awake. They, however, are led by someone corrupted by grief and guilt, and not currently serving the purpose to which they are intended. If you were to meet them in this place, you would be obliged to slay them. However, you cannot kill a revenant in Barovia. So, if you were to strike them down, they would actually serve your purpose, Trish Caper.
Wow, he even knows about
So we need to take him down. Okay.
that. So cool. I
wait.
think to Pierre.
Rewind. You said this Vladimir bloke. He came back with the express purpose of taking out Strahd. And 100 years or so, and he hasn't managed it.
No, Strahd is mighty.
And that's the fucking shit.
There's only so many times you can lead your friends on a hopeless quest and fail again and again and again.
Hey, it's not
Before-
hopeless to kill that man.
No, but it is beyond Vladimir's abilities.
If we do this for you, will they be listening to you? Can we get them under control?
That is
Because from
how you will
everything-
help. Bringing my skull back here will allow me to impress upon them their old oaths.
Right. And then what's our deal with you? Like, if we bring the skull back, does that mean you'll get them to help us and you'll help us? Or is that just, oh, I'm a fucking dragon, I'll do whatever the fuck I want?
I am dead. Short of resurrecting me, which I believe is beyond your capabilities. And
You've been dead
frankly,
a while. Yeah.
I'm not interested in perverting it my own self. No judgment.
Sounded like a fucking judgment, Jesus.
It was not.
He's right.
I've been dead long enough. I am content with it. This will allow me to rest, and I would appreciate that. Ending Strahd's reign would actually free me. Again, I would appreciate that. If you can get the skull, bring it back here, and do it before you actually slay the beast, my men will help you. It will be their last act and their penance.
Then
Okay.
they guard the shrine for you. After that, don't they?
No, they are undead. I would not have them. As I say, they are trapped here as much as you are. It is not
So-
pleasant being undead.
So who's going to protect your shrine?
Is there
I will
anyone
find
protecting it now?
someone else.
Your temple. Sorry, whatever.
It's not my temple, but yes. I will seek other resources.
I'm sorry, I've got one more question. Are your men here? Or are they at the temple? Or are they somewhere else?
They are within this place.
So who's protecting your shrine right now?
No one.
Wait. So this sticker, this Vladimir, is in this building right now.
His presence here does serve some deterrent
So
towards
you
those
said-
who would threaten the temple.
So you said to chat to Godfrey. Fine. He's on the 3rd floor in the meeting chamber. Where's the Vladimir that we avoid?
He would know, so I will look it up.
He's in this room with a cute little room label.
He will be on. Well, the thing is, he is
All three.
very capable of moving around.
Not a good
But
feeling.
But he'll come
probably. He says he would say to you on that point. Yeah, okay, there it is. That's where he would be. You could probably seek him in his room. He has his own chamber. Again, on the 3rd floor.
3rd floor sounds like a fun fucking place to go. Jesus.
If
Just like
we
the
if we
barracks.
did this, you know about Trish's curse. Will that count? Or because they come back, does it not?
If it is the curse which you believe it to be, yes, it will count. You have slain something with a soul and sentience.
Okay. Good to know.
They inhabit a body, that of the recently dead, and raise it again with their own soul within it.
Should we
You-
avoid these people? Should we talk to Godfrey and Ganget and then just split? And
You
then
may
try and-
not have an option,
That's fair. But
but
the ideal
I
thing
would
to do would be
endorse
to talk
not
to this
doing
person.
so. Yes, find
Okay.
Godfrey. He may be able to assist you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I don't have any more
Godfrey.
questions.
Fun. So, anything else you want to tell us? Argon, what's it? Sorry, Argon. Well, whatever.
Argenvost.
Argenvost. Anything else you want to tell us, mate?
I am nearly spent. This takes a lot of energy.
Fair enough. Sleep
If
well.
you have any questions, ask them now.
One more, but I'll let other people talk if they want.
Is
No.
it possible to bring it with us?
No. Regrettably, I am afraid not.
This temple, is it useful for us to go there? Would it be helpful in what we're trying to do? Does it need some
And I
manning?
think we will leave it there.
Yeah, that's a good.
Fair.
Because Josh doesn't know.
Yeah, fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
I gotta quickly pop to the bathroom. I'll be 20.
Yeah, no worries. There we have it. Yeah, he's right behind you. No, Bishop Blood, but he can move around. Do not count on him staying on the 3rd floor. Yeah, that was fun. Guys, thank you so much for playing. Chat, thank you for joining us. I hope you have enjoyed. I am glad you went where you went. I did not anticipate you, actually. You nailed it. You found the fucking first room you went into was the room he was... So, let us talk, as we do at the end of our streams, about our favorite moments. Which is something we like to do at the end of our streams. We chat about all the things that we did well. It's something we borrowed from the dreaded GM. It's nice and affirming and wholesome. And Jack is back! Yay! Favorite moment time.
So we should do Jack first.
Yeah, I think we should do Jack first. That was the agreement we all came to while Jack wasn't here. Silly of him.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. Alrighty, well, let's talk about favorite Jack moments.
I third this motion.
I didn't write anything for myself, so
It was
take your time.
No, you go, Dan.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. I like you taking the initiative on fixing Trish's problem.
Fuck.
I love your desperation regarding it. You were like, who can I ask? Who can I talk to?
She's met like 3 people in Humblewood. The list was rather small.
Yeah, absolutely. Karen is back now if you want to cast Ascending to Kesh.
Just so.
How's it going, girl?
Just for Karen to walk into frame and then walk out.
Well, it cost me a spell slot. Can I just say, like, hey, Kesh, what's up?
Maybe do it next week. I'll prep her.
What's up?
Yeah, that's a better idea.
Well, actually, we fun story. We are now going on a 2-week hiatus because, I'm going to leave you hanging there for a little minute because Karen and I are going to Adelaide for the Adelaide Fringe. So unfortunately, I will not be at my computer and therefore cannot run stream. Smoothie not caring if it's illegal, he's going to help anyway. Bishop Blood, yeah, absolutely. I really enjoyed that because whilst Havel and Barish would love to help, they don't know. Like, Trish is famous, her parents aren't. So yeah, they will both do their level best to be of assistance, but
yeah, totally.
I thought that was really cute. I, for a different moment, however, liked you taking the lead in talking to Argenvost. You were Smoothie immediately goes like, "Yep, no, we will help if we can. Tell us what we need to do." Like, this is obviously a massive inconvenience, but yes, okay.
I didn't say yes. I said, how can we help?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems fair.
Curses are unnatural. They don't count. Yeah.
Look, since we're talking about it anyway, as far as Smith is concerned, everything here is an exception because everything's fucked.
Yeah.
You know, like you can give like all the people in Humblewood can give all the lectures that they want, but now, like, hopefully the other characters agree. You weren't there, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't there. You don't know.
And
so
this
fuck
is
yeah.
This is the trick, and it tends to be sort of like a turn a blind eye when an adventurer gets rezzed.
Sure.
Because they're like, look, if it's what they would want, and they did something noble and brave and got themselves killed doing it, yeah, all right. Yeah, Omi, we're in favorite moments. Hey, buddy. Omi, I may need the name of that person as well.
The sacrificial.
The sacrificial lamb.
For murder.
I liked Jack getting to use mending, and I don't know if this is
Yeah.
more Jack or Smoothie, but being so hyped to do it, it was great. I loved it.
Both.
Yeah.
I was ready on my level up to get rid of it because it never came up, and I'm just like, I'll just get resistance or something. But I kept it. I'm just like, no, it's more appropriate for the character. I'm like, oh my god, I get to do it.
Imagine if you had got rid of it and then you're
And
like,
then-
"Fuck,
yes,
what's
exactly.
that?"
Exactly.
Same, Bishop Blood. It's coming. They just haven't been in very populated areas recently.
Yeah.
I enjoyed. All of my favorite moments that I had in my head were taken, but I enjoyed the Smoothie, the door knock and saying it never hurts to be polite.
Yeah.
You don't know who lives here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And you were like, no, this is like what we, yeah.
That
I
mine was.
thought-
Go ahead.
I thought Smoothie was quite snarky today, and I enjoyed it.
He was just responding
with-
to you.
Yeah,
That was...
no, like because Selenox was in like a fucking bad mood and making these, and then like Smoothie was being like a bit bitey, but I was what? Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that was mine actually. I wrote up standing up to Selnox because he hadn't done that before. But like he watched Helvig do it and like he's like, okay, cool, all right. So everyone's kind of getting more like jelly with each other and all that, like gelling, well, not jealous, gelling with each other.
I mean, chill.
Yeah. And then the him going like, Sel, that's what it feels like on the other end. When she- and my favorite self was like what, like I'm talking to them. Yeah, I know you're talking to them. Well, don't yell at me. Go yell at a statue. It's like, fuck you. And he walked off. So that was mine.
Oh, I also really liked the comment particularly to Selenox. See, that's what feels like. That's what breaking the balls feels like, or something along those lines. That was really cute line.
Yeah.
And how like hyped you were, and this is an all of you thing, but Smoothie was very cute with it when you started getting deep Esmeralda lore.
I think that was A+ roleplay from everybody. That was so great.
That was very cute.
I was like, yo, dish. Everyone was excited for a distraction.
Yeah.
100%.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, shall we talk about Rach? Favorite Rach moments?
Yeah.
And the excitement to use your new ability.
I have two. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Well, that was it, basically. I liked, I really liked that you chose Wild Magic, and it immediately gives me way more options to give information. I was like, ooh, she's magic now. Yeah, she'd pick up on this. Yeah.
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 Very cool. Mine was I'm gonna pick a different one because I've got two, so I'll go with the other one I wrote, which was you got to Jade. That was cool. Like, like you just made that up on the spot. I'm just like, yeah, of course. Helvig just burps the alphabet when he's chill. We've learned that now.
It's canon. It's canon.
Yeah.
That's a new record.
Yeah. Loves whiskey.
I think I really enjoyed the realization moment when it was like at the beginning about the potential for some sort of solve. But I like for the death. But I think the part of it that I enjoyed the most was when Rachel asked about whether Trish would know whether it was illegal or not. And then the like thinking that kind of went back into it, and then Trish was like, yeah, doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that progression.
I like you being really heavy-handed in the I really need to kill somebody in the next 3 days again, fam, while Esmeralda was around. Like, hey, maybe we should go onto the path, because I for sure was like, okay, weird, and then I was like, oh, I understand.
I liked when you
I
picked up
picked it
on it.
up
We got to be on the
immediately.
same page.
I picked it up. I don't know why. I'm like, that was hilarious.
Meanwhile, Selenox is like, you got 3 fucking base. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Ah,
Himself?
I liked the RP with Esmeralda. I had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, wanting to trust her, but also not wanting to let anyone too close.
Oh, right.
But
I mustn't fall in love with this person. She could die.
yeah, like acquaintances only from now on, man. I
Yeah.
gotta put the walls up. But I really like Esmeralda, so that's hard for her.
Yeah.
That was really fun for me to do.
I just do love Esmeralda, so that's one more person that might roll. Not me.
There you go. That was
Really
my
need to
second
kill
moment, actually.
somebody in 3 days then, because otherwise she's not going to get that diamond back.
Uh-oh. That was my second moment for Rach, was just her face when she was enjoying Esmeralda's story.
Mm.
You know, like Rachel was just like, oh, thank God, I can think about something else for
Yeah.
a second. And like there was like a serene little smile. That was very cute. I loved it.
I had a second actually accepting the hug.
Hmm.
All right, glorious. Let's talk about somebody else. I think Dan now.
Whoa.
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 Bags, Helvig whiskey.
Bags.
But I also liked.
Nice.
Two?
I offered two things to Helvig today, and Dan on both of them for different reasons was just like, yes, and. And I enjoyed that, but I enjoyed I enjoyed both of them, but the whiskey was the one that I enjoyed more. I
Yeah.
think.
What was the other one?
The chicken
Chicken.
head.
Oh, the chicken.
Yeah.
You were being such a dick. You're just like,
I was being a total dick, but Dan was like, yes, and in a like,
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah.
it.
It was good.
But yeah, I like kind of tried to make up with whiskey and that, but yeah, I enjoyed the whiskey and the blowing out.
I loved your protective dad. Like, I don't
Yeah.
super want to be
Yeah, that was
here,
funny.
but like that, and I enjoyed that analogy of describing your mannerisms when carting Pia around. He's like,
was
I've got
fun
an
too.
excited child, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, buddy, let's go over here. Yeah, I love your interactions with Pia. I always love them, but that was a really good. It's really good shorthand for like, okay, I know exactly what this looks like. The dad wearing the kid's Mickey Mouse hat because the kid has grown tired of it, but he's run out of hands. So he's like, I'm just going to put that up there for the now, and I'm just going to deal with the embarrassment later. Yeah, it was really cute.
Gotta think of a different one now.
Yeah, that was gonna be mine too, Josh. And specifically the line, "Yeah, it's a statue, buddy." But instead, I will say, you getting so excited to hear gossip from Esmeralda, just like tell us everything.
Yeah, the
That's
tea.
great. Loved it.
Is that everyone?
Jack's
Well,
thinking.
I don't know what
Jack's
else to
dying now.
say. Like, I got cock blocked. I
I mean, that escalated quickly.
That's just the first word I came up with. Come back to me.
Yeah, Dan, favorite self?
I like telling Trish that she didn't have to tell anybody anything she didn't want to in that moment when everybody was like
Hey, tell us all the
coaxing
things.
the answer.
Yeah.
And
Which
then
was
Helvig
funny,
actually like having to like stomp down and be like, actually no, you don't have to fucking tell them anything. You don't want to. Just as a reminder.
It was
Absolutely.
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
It was also hilarious after you had just been like, Esmeralda, tell us everything. And then like 2 minutes later, you're like, you don't even need to fucking, like, obviously different
Yeah.
vibe, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Oh, anything. Yeah. Yeah. He's cute and he's got Trish's back and it's lovely. Omi says, Josh, can we do a Tactics Tuesday where we talk about DMing style and shit? Because my druid player has decided that in her backstory she wants her mentor to be cursed, and I'm sitting here like, dude, I think I need to take a page out of Josh's book. Potentially too good. Could be funny. So here's the thing, Omi. That one's from the Deck of Many's Harrowing deck. I lifted that straight. I didn't make up that curse. We've just changed the flavor to it. To make it make sense and to make it removable. So if I was going to talk about my DMing style in that regard, it would be I always keep in front and center in my mind what will make the most interesting story. What will be rewarding for the character, rewarding for the player, but also rewarding for the audience. It's something Nova stressed to me very early on, and it's one of the good points that he made when I was starting out doing this, was remember you are doing this to be viewed. And it's a very valid point. And so yeah, for DM style, for this, that. And yeah, the curse made it the most interesting solution I could think of. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them I do go into it. And happy to answer any questions you may have at any point. Shoot them. The Discord is always open for that. Jack, have you had time to think?
Look, I will just cop out and say I think that actually I'll say the warming up to Esmeralda and to Selnox, because like while I said Sel was being a dick, I actually think it was actually more akin to Selnox just going back on her old habits, at least at that moment, and breaking balls, and Helvig accepted the offer and just went, fuck you, I can handle it. Like, you know, it's like that kind of, it's that, you know, it's that Aliens moment. It's like, you know, hey Reyes, you ever been mistaken for a guy? No, have you?
Yeah.
You know, it's that shit. So, you know.
Vasquez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it did very much have that vibe of we've gotten to the point where it will now be accepted. Where before it wasn't. Where before it's like, this isn't welcome from you. I am still a bit touchy. And like, oh, okay, it's because he'll take it from Nevermore. Not happily, but he will.
This is rich.
Alrighty, let's talk favorite row moments then. Favorite moments, if you will.
Fuck the rain. like Selnox was definitely pissed off throughout all of this, so like it was a two-parter. It was me writing getting butt hurt and everything, and fuck the rain.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that was just a very funny line. You're like you were just ready to pick a fight with anyone and anything, even a spectral dragon. And it's just like it's like you just weren't interested in any of it. Like, you know, like obviously there's like it was just communicating, but like Josh has got like this theatrical flavor on it because it's for viewing purposes. But you can imagine that also being in the world, and someone's just like, can you cut the shit? And just like just a little bit, like I'm not in the mood. So yeah, I think it was Priest said the rain, which is my favorite Josh moment, by the way. Someone else goes, "Fuck the rain."
I think the rain said, "What did the rain said? Beast, didn't it?"
Priest.
It said priest.
It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't trying to fuck you over. No.
Oh,
It wasn't
okay.
calling you a beast. It was calling Smoothie a priest.
Oh, I misheard. So I was also, but still, I maintain my fuck the rain stand.
Yeah.
It was warrior says the wind, priest says the rain, champion says the river.
Yeah.
And then and Twiceborn.
Twiceborn.
I liked the rare moment of Selenox not being very upset. When you
Shots fired.
What?
Okay.
End of statement.
We just established she was not having a good day.
Oh, I know.
But I loved when she held up the toucan beak, being like, "Does it suit me?" That was funny.
I love because in the picture, Selenox has a tiny beak.
Yeah.
My favorite
was
Selenox was not actually sure if it was said in character, but the flirting with Esmeralda, and
Lucky you're pretty.
Yeah, that was it.
a
It was a
character.
yeah.
That was
No.
definitely a character.
No. There was a bit where you said no, that was during the break. You said called it.
Yeah.
That wasn't in character, but yeah, no, it was the line "You're lucky, you're pretty." Was my favorite. Yeah.
My favorite Sonox moment was after Trish explaining that, hey, I really need to kill somebody within 3 days, and then being down for the murder and Valkai.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I will straight up help you find someone to murder. Let's do that. I didn't realize that was a thing. Fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah. That was cute. All right. Ro, favorite self?
I was enjoying playing with the fact that she's in a kind of shitty mindset, but also like having those moments where it's like, oh no, we're doing the thing, and like playing with being like, yeah, I'm fucking pissed off, I'm having a shitty day, but I've also, been through some shit in my time, and I can still take the piss out of someone or make a joke about something, but then get reminded that it's a shitty day by something.
Yeah.
So I was enjoying trying to find that balance between being a moody teenager and normal kind of Selenox, but it was fun.
Bishop Blood says a lovely one as well. I really enjoyed was being done with that river, and that leading on to asking Helvig really sulkily, but like as nicely as you could while still being angry, saying, "Hey Helvig, can you make me fly? Because I'm fucking done with that river."
And then Helvig took
Please.
the piss out of her, and she got butthurt, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like,
And then he
"God
made her
damn
I
fly."
was being vulnerable and asking for help, and then
No, because I
And then
offered. Kelvin remembered. I offered the first time, and you were like,
Helvig,
no.
yeah.
How
Helvig's
dare
response,
you. I was like,
Helvig's response was
"It's okay."
fine. That was totally like Selenox was like, "Yep, totally fucking fair," and then Smoothie's comment on top of being like, "That's what it fucking feels like." I was like, "Well, fuck it, fuck all of you."
You had
Fuck.
to know. She had to know.
He totally knew. It's not funny anymore if you say it.
It's not funny when it happens to me.
No, it is funny when
Yeah,
it
it is.
happens to me. It's not funny if you call it. Oh,
See,
the intricacies
Right, it's
of
me
Australian
explaining the
sarcasm.
joke. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, explaining a joke means it's not funny. That is fair.
Alrighty. Well, we do need to talk about our wonderful affiliates, Wooten Forge, as well.
Ah, no.
See, this is
Fuck
why I
you.
thought today that I was like, what if one of these days we should just put Josh in the middle?
Yeah,
We've done that before, I think.
yeah, we have done that. We should do that.
What's up?
We should do that more.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll just drop them in.
But different versions of middle. Like, what if it's second this time?
I already mentioned mine, but I've got a second, so I'll go last.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Toucan
But
Man.
you've already said it. The voices, the wind and the rain thing was very cool. But the because Jack has already said that.
That's true.
The at the beginning, the Jack like threw in this stuff very quickly at the beginning of the episode and was bringing up these characters that are old enough that like I wasn't in this, like I wasn't in those, like that from a long time ago.
Yeah.
But Josh like immediately the voice and everything for both of those characters, and I thought that was very impressive off the cuff like that
Thank you.
to bring them back.
Toucan Man.
And Matt.
Yeah.
I just love that phrase. I love that
Toucan
phrase
Man.
so much. Toucan Man.
I honestly, I did it because I saw Rachel's face, and Rachel's boyfriend, partner, lover, husband,
Short King.
fiance is actually the word.
That's the word you're looking for, yes.
Fucking loves toucans. And so yeah, I was just like, we talked about it yesterday because I saw Dan yesterday, and yeah, so when I was like, I want something slightly unusual, the toucan was the first one that came. And Matt came from. HD Bro.
Amazing.
I liked the moment where the statue had the like magical wind effect, and then Trish was able to sense what it was because of her new abilities, and like even before I used the magical awareness, you working that new element into the story was really cool. I thought it was awesome.
What's funny
got
is I
another
didn't
one.
add that. That's in the book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that gust of wind is in the book, as is the fireplace thing. The book was really cool today.
Surely you added the wind and rain and that.
Oh
the
yeah.
wind,
That's
that
me.
was you.
That was
yeah,
me.
yeah.
So
I thought that
awesome.
was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. He said it's scripted for 2 lines and then the thing fades. I'm like, they gotta have more questions than that. It was he rocks up. He rocks up, makes his request, and then fucks off. And I'm just like, no.
Get fucked.
Send your questions at this email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got another one when everyone's gone.
Go,
Is
Bishop
everyone
Blood.
gone?
Bishop Blood says Blight C
I think
name drop.
everyone's gone.
I haven't.
Well, okay. Do you want to go before me?
Sarah.
Yeah. Well, that was my second one. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Lol.
I'm really glad I went then.
Yo.
Yeah. So
Just her
making up.
blushing was just like her kind of going like you adopted her posture where she's like
yeah.
oh, it was so nice to just actually roleplay and not talk about business in roleplay, if that makes sense. Actually bonding as characters about something else. That was
Yeah.
good.
Make the inevitable betrayal. Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Trish
yeah,
gotta kill
the lore
someone,
drop
so.
about Sarah and her children, and just she has nice eyes, and I'd like to give her an. Was all made up on the spot. I hadn't decided that. I hadn't decided that Esmeralda was a lesbian.
That's so funny because I had.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we were saying during the break, like Selenox was definitely getting strong lesbian vibes off her, and Selenox
I mean, oh yeah, like
sort of swings both ways, I think. So
yeah.
So it seems, yeah.
yeah.
Bisexual representation, let's go.
I was like,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
I
they're
liked
pretty.
it because I thought that was an interest. Like, I like that representation. I like putting it in there, and it wasn't something I did like. I decided before. It was very much in the moment. I was like, this makes sense, and this is a really cute story, and I want Esmeralda to have cute stuff as well. It gives her depth. And it's just, she's got this quiet little home on the prairie.
Love that. Eventual fate if we don't all die. Mine
We should
was your
win.
use of sound effects, my friend. They were on point today.
Turns out I
was
happen to have
really-
wolves and dragons in.
I
in
was so
thing.
immersed. No, it was the lightning, dude.
Oh yeah.
Perfect timing. I'm just like, yes, I'm
Oh
in
no, I
the
totally
rain.
forgot about Jack's rockstar moment. Favorite Jack moment.
I was excited.
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
Thank you.
Everyone's headphones.
Yeah, I know. I literally turned down like 3
I'm
levels.
sorry. I turned down the gain.
Turned down for what?
For what? Turn down your face.
Yeah, just a little bit. Cool. Alrighty. Thank you. I have been flattered now. And even more elemental air, says Bishop Blood. Yeah. Some of it may mean nothing. Some of it may mean stuff. I want to be clear. Like, there's only 6 kinds of magic. He's a silver dragon. He probably lives on the plane of air.
Now, why is there an elemental death stank?
Because he did.
Just the revenants?
Because there's
Revenants
fucking
of bad
undead shit
BO.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That was when you said the air thing, and I Ro was like fuck because I made connections that Selenox would not make anyway.
Yeah.
And you're like, she didn't tell you. I'm like, I know that's not even my character. That's just me.
Alrighty, glorious. Well, we should go away from here now because we're streaming for a gosh darn while. But before we do, I need to, like I was trying to before, talk about the wonderful folks at Wooden Forge, who make some of Australia's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories out of beautiful Australian and exotic hardwoods, like this gorgeous dice tray made of Australian jarrah, inlaid with a little leather. It's beautiful. And if you want to check their stuff out, you can do that. There. Thanks, Tony. I'm sorry I couldn't use the inspiration. I literally didn't have to roll any dice today. But I will. Oh no, that's right. You didn't give it to me. You gave
I
it
was
to
gonna say that
Fred.
was not you.
And
I still have.
Uh,
I've still got
once again-
Lazelle's from 2
Privilege,
sessions
Josh.
ago.
Check your inspiration privilege.
Don't worry, we are 3 away from 600. So, which if we'll see, we maybe get to it tomorrow. Karen and I will be DS9 forever. Karen and I will be back tomorrow. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. Karen is a maybe on that one. I haven't actually asked her yet. I'm going to do a Tactics Tuesday where I rewrite my Wild Magic table. And getting more thoughts on that would be handy. So if she wants to join me, that'll be cool. If not, I'll do it on my own. And then Thursday night is a maybe, guys, because we are heading to Adelaide on Friday, and we may be packing and being panicked. So, guys, who the absolute heck are you? Rach.
Hello. My name is Rachel Fuka. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fuka, because that handle's always free. And you can find my book, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. And if you were to buy it, that would be very cool. I'm too tired to think of a threat. But, you know, it would make me smile, so do it.
Wow.
And it's good.
That's lovely.
Thank you.
Oh.
I guess we have to pick up the slack.
Yeah.
I'm in shock.
I know.
Nice.
If you don't buy the book, there is 0 chance you will get an invite to the wedding.
It's true.
Definitely something
Oh my
to tease a
god.
bride about.
Oh my god.
Yeah, don't talk wedding politics.
Hi, I'm an
Jesus.
internet fan. I bought your book.
Jack, I didn't say. No. The way I phrased it was very specific. I did not in any way imply that anybody who bought the book would receive an invitation to the wedding. I can't make that choice.
I thought of a threat for you.
Okay. Is it better than mine?
Well, no, but I'm not. Okay, Rachel, can I give a threat for you?
Please do.
All right. Is it like, okay, so if you don't buy Rachel's book, we're going to find a skunk and we're going to leave that
And that's it.
skunk under your front step. And when you walk down the steps, the skunk, which skunks do, will
It's true.
quite likely follow you, and then you will end up skunked. True fact.
Skunked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you will
Remarkably
have to
difficult
be
to get them
having
to
baths.
spray you, but they will follow you around.
They will follow you, but eventually you will get skunked, and then you will have to have a tomato bath and etc. to try and get rid of the smell. Or you could just buy Rachel's book.
I'm being
Mythbusters did
threatened
this as well.
while learning.
Mythbusters did this as well. Tomato baths do not work.
Yeah, no, it won't work. So just buy the book.
Yeah.
Safer that way, definitely. Thank
yeah.
you.
Jack, who the heck are you, and why should we buy Rachel's book?
Well, honestly, you should buy Rachel's book because it's a great book, number one. Number two, how often do you get to directly support someone in the arts? It costs, well, it does cost a little bit, but think about it this way, right? If you actually support an artist in any way you can, that TV show that you're watching, that thing that you're consuming art all the time.
Yeah.
You are, by spending whatever it costs, which I remember was quite cheap, you're encouraging an artist to be that next person that makes that thing that you come back to year after year. Like, your favorite things get created by supporting your favorite artist. So that's the answer to that impromptu question. For me, I am a professional game master. You can find me at www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au, or you can find me on Twitch and socials as Jack Squarepeg. And yeah, tomorrow we're doing some professional game master prep where I figure out what the homebrew follow-up to what was it? Against the Cult of the Reptile God is going to be, which is a classic old school adventure. And now they're gonna have to decide what they do next. I'm hoping they go on to the Underdark and deal with this illithid machine. I've had messing with them for a little while, like something that'll make them go whoop whoop, and then their brains become jelly. So hopefully they do that. But we'll
Delicious.
see.
All right. I need to get Rach to sign my copy. Omi wants a
Good
signed
idea.
copy if she's ever in Australia, Rach.
I would gladly do it. I should warn you, my signature looks like garbage, but I'll do it.
Well, you have some time to practice.
You gotta practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also worth noting, Omi, make sure you get the right bit of Australia, because like the US, Australia is big. There's a lot of it, and you can miss us by 3,000 kilometers and still easily be in Australia. Dan, who the heck are you?
You should make your signature Rachel Fu, but inside a drawing of a car. If you can make that efficient, that'd be pretty great.
That's
Like an
precious.
axe symbol.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Anyway.
Rachel
Hi.
Fu Broom Broom.
I am Dan in the meat space. Europe in the cyberspace.
Vroom, vroom.
If you don't buy Rachel's book, The Rings of Mars, you're going to be cosplaying as a blue-ringed octopus by the amount of bruises you're getting by my connections. So maybe you should get that book. Consider it an investment in your future.
Anyone's book number 7, if possible.
I think
As in-
that one already sold, mate.
I wouldn't be at all surprised. I mean, I bought mine nearly 2 years ago, and I doubt I've got number 7. Number 007, it must be said. Which honestly should never have been sold, should have been kept. That's the one Rach has got, probably. Selenox, Ro, who the absolute heck are you?
Apparently, we don't know.
People.
I'm
They bleed into.
I'm Ro, and despite the name, I have little to nothing to do with boating. I am a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can follow me over at on Instagram. I don't even know what that means.
Rowing.
The rowing escalated into just a fucking.
I was making fun of Rach because she was
Party.
rowing with one arm, and it looked a bit like she was doing the rhythm bag. So...
Yeah, so come and check me out on Instagram because it will be a rave apparently. At Cradventurers, you can see pictures
Believe
of
we are
my
the
dog
worst.
Charlie with the large ears, and travel adventures and upcoming projects and the like. And can catch me here on Mondays, but not the next 2 weeks.
No.
So we will see you in 3 weeks, I guess. At the rave, at the row rave.
The row rave.
Row rave.
Row rave.
It is
The
now.
rave rave.
Yeah.
I
Hi,
hate
I'm
this.
Rave. Oh my god, yes, cool. Rowing becomes rave. Oh, yes! What? Yes, totally. Alter ego. I love it. Rave row?
Let's go.
I don't know. Rave row. Oh.
It's,
Right.
there's
We'll
something in
workshop it. Got 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Got
I'm just gonna start calling you Party Boat.
Party boat! I love it. Yeah, just all the names. This is how the best
Party boat.
nicknames are made.
And Madame and Monsieur Dharma und Heron and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion. I be Josh the Pirate, and you can find me here on my channel, Corso's Cove, where I run D&D, except I won't be doing that for the next couple of weeks. We will be back in 2 weeks' time. I'll be back tomorrow night, and then probably having hiatus for a couple of weeks while I go to Adelaide Fringe and perform my live show, Paparotica, which, if you live in Adelaide, you'd be very fucking welcome to come to. We'd love to see you there. If you do come check us out, please see us after the show. We'd love to sign your everything. I'd love to sign all of you. Just sign everything. I'll even put a drawing of a car on it for you as well. Broom, broom, motherfucker. And if you like my majestic voice, but you think I could stand to tone the face down a bit, you can check me out in the podcast
Save me.
There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar and his little dragon, Arkin. No, his little dragon, Hrosh. I'm
False
good at being
advertising.
little dragons, though. My everything, huh? Oh, absolutely, Omi. I will sign your everything. You will be my everything. Alrighty, so, guys, that was lovely and splendid. We also do need to talk about the Ukrainian people who are having it a bit rough. There are some links in chat for a couple of places where you could donate money to them if you fancied it. We think it would be awesome of you if you did, you bloody champions. So thank you very much in advance for any charitable donations you could make in those directions. Bloody champions, thank you so much. So, we have all the socials. We have the YouTube,
Speedrun.
where you can catch up on all episodes you may have missed. This is episode 97 in the Humblewood. I am planning in my head machine a special 100th episode spectacular that I'll be talking to these guys about. And, I would, but Humblewood pulls out of my account this
Oh,
week.
the Kickstarter.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
A beach episode. That'd be so
Dan
cute.
shot. No.
Dan
That'd be
shot.
so cute.
Bro.
Who's got a crush on who?
Yeah.
Well-
I think that's about all we need to talk about. So we need to go and raid somebody. Who have
I
we
love Fruits
got?
Basket. That's all I'm thinking of.
I think we need to chuck a raid over to the Eldritch Scribe like we usually do. Chuck you over, guys, to some excellent role players over there in Ireland, of all places, is where Des is based. Anyway, the rest of them are all over the shot. AJ is in Australia. In fact, AJ's in, I believe, South Australia. So AJ should come to my show. Come to my show, AJ Cross. Guys, we have had a lovely evening here. Thank you for joining us. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell the Eldritch Scribe where you came from. Show them the love like we always do. Smash that follow button if you haven't already followed them.
Make sure you buy Rings of
And,
Mars.
Make sure
That's
you buy the
true.
Rings of Mars,
Rings-
otherwise you don't
Rings-
get to go
Rings
to the
of Mars.
wedding and get a, I don't know, loads of things.
Brum, brum.
Blue Ringed Octopus.
Woo! Yeah, that blue ringed octopus. Yeah, the octopus. Guys, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Bye,
everybody.
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 Brum, brum, brum.